First, the non-starters.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome for the Longmeadow Lancers Soccer Boys Soccer Program as we bring you tonight's game between the Longmeadow Lancers and the East Longmeadow Spartans. And right now they're introducing the some of the players for the Longmeadow Lancers. So let's go out in the field and see them. Number 27, Zach Samuel. Number 6, Scott Brown. These are the non-starters.
Number 19, Brett Delano.
Brooke Milano. Number Brent Delano. That's Delano.
Number 15, Rob Patterson.
Robbie Patterson. Number 15. One of my friends, Courtney's friends, Danny Kimball.
Number 1, Ben Merkin.
Ben Merkin, number 1.
And the non-starting seniors.
Non-starting seniors. That always makes a nice
Number
number.
5, Brett House.
Number 5, Brett House.
Number 21, Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw. Also a wrestler.
Number 16, Mark Simon.
Mark Simon, also a wrestler. A lot of wrestlers on this team.
And number 25, Chris Bailey.
Chris Bailey, number
The
25.
non-starters for the Spartans.
Okay, now the non-stars for the Spartans.
Number 12, Kevin Trent.
Kevin Drent, number 12.
Number 21, Keller Williams.
Gary Williams.
Number 10, Ed Hellier.
Ed Hellier, number 10.
Number 3, Chris Rochella.
Chris Michello.
Number 14, Jeff Miller.
Jeff Miller, number 14.
And the non-starting seniors. Number 20, Bruce Turpey.
Bruce Turpey.
Number 3, Chris Heel.
Chris Heel.
Number 15, Tom Villameno.
Tom Villameno.
And goaltender Brian Davis.
Brian Davis.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup.
Okay, now we
For
go
the
to starting
Longmeadow
lineups.
Lancers, number 8, Mike Godfrey.
Mike Godfrey, number 8. Starting forward.
For the Spartans at forward, wearing number 5, Doug Steele.
Doug Steele, starting forward for the Spartans.
For the Lancers, wearing number 7, Jay Heath.
Jay Heaps.
For the Spartans,
Number
at
7.
forward, wearing number 6, senior Mark Langone.
Mark Langone, the other starting forward for the East Longmeadow Spartans.
For the Lancers, number 4, Lackey Russo.
Lucky Russo.
For the
He calls him
Spartans,
Lackey,
at
but we
halfback,
call him
wearing
Lucky.
Number 13, Jeff Poffo.
Jeff Popo, number 13.
For the Lancers, a senior wearing number 20, Captain Jeff Glenn.
Jeff Glenn, number 20, starting midfielder.
For the Spartans, wearing number 8 at halfback, Steve Jacobs.
Steve Jacobs, number 8.
For the Lancers, the senior wearing number 23, Captain Brad Miller.
Brad Miller, watch Brad tonight. He's one of the big guns of the Longmeadow Lancers,
For the
number 23.
Spartans, wearing number 9 at halfback, Captain and senior John Coburn.
John Coburn, senior captain.
For the Lancers, wearing number 9, Todd O'Rourke.
Todd O'Rourke, number 9.
For the Spartans, at fullback, wearing number 7, Ken Bogus.
Ken Bogus, number 7.
That's one of their top players.
For the Lancers, wearing number 22, Mark Angelotti.
Mike Angelotti, number 22. Mike's sort
For
of
the
laboring
Spartans,
out
wearing
there.
number 19, at fullback, Mark McMurray.
Mark McMurray, number 19. For the Spartans, of East Longmeadow.
For the Lancers, wearing number 29, a senior, Jason Borick.
Jason Bork, number 29,
For the
starting in
Spartans,
defense.
at fullback, wearing number 4, a senior, Captain Chris LeBron.
Chris LaBelle, number 4. Chris
For
LeBron.
the Lancers, wearing number 26, a senior, Captain John Patrick.
John Patrick, number 26.
For the Spartans, wearing number 16, a senior, at fullback, Joe Bachetto.
Joe Bachetto will be starting number 16.
For the Lancers, wearing number 4, a senior, Steve McCall.
Steve McCall.
For the Spartans at fullback, wearing number 18, a senior, Captain Rich Obenesser.
Rich Obenesser, fullback, number
And goal
18.
for the Lancers, Mike Shore.
Mike Shore, the goalie for the Longmeadow
And in goal
Lancers.
for the Spartans, a senior, Teddy
Teddy
Clark.
Clark in goal for the Spartans. Okay, so those are the starting lineups for tonight.
John Pantuso.
John Pantusko, the coach of the Lancers.
John Coburn.
John Coburn, the coach of the East Longmeadow Spartans.
Tony Pio and John Matthews.
Okay, so now we have the starting lineups, and now we'll be going to our national anthem before we start tonight's game. Now with me tonight in broadcasting the game will
At
be
this
John
time,
Heaps,
ladies and gentlemen,
also
we'd like you
in
all
a minute
to
I'll
please
come back,
rise.
but before we do that, let's go to our
As
national
the East
anthem.
Longmeadow High School Band, under the direction of Mr. John Turner, plays our national anthem.
Participating sports. As I was about to say before we went to the national anthem, with me tonight is one of the legends in Longmeadow soccer, and that's Brian Edgerly. Brian Edgerly, not only a legend in his own time, but also was with Gary Martinelli very instrumental in getting a lot of these kids involved in the soccer program here in Longmeadow. Brian, it's an honor having you in the booth with me tonight, along with John Heaps. And you look at this Lancer team, Brian, they came in with approximately a 9-4-3 record. They had a slow start, but they really come on in the second half of the season.
Johnny's done a tremendous job. There's no surprise to anybody that knows him. The team has gotten better as the years progress. This should be a great game. Even on record, we should beat East Longmeadow. There are a number of kids on East Longmeadow that play for Scenic Valley that Brad Miller played on as well. And a number of these kids have played together during the spring soccer season. So it should be an excellent game. I saw East Longmeadow play miniature, a game that East Longmeadow lost, but a game that was probably the best game miniature played all year. So East Longmeadow's a talented team. They got a very good goalkeeper, and if he gets hot, Buddy Clark is a good one.
Now, what about on our side with Mike Shore? How's Mike been doing this year?
Mike's having a good year. We're a better team than they are, Tom. We should be, but in high school soccer, as you know, on any given night, any team can beat any other team, and there's a lot of talent in East Longmeadow.
Okay, so we're going to go.
Should be a good game.
Go to the face-off. With it right now is number 4 for the Lancers, and number 4 is Lucky Russo. They call him Lackey, but a lackey by any other name is still a Lucky, right? Out in his wing will be number 7.
Glad
Jay
you said
Heaps.
that.
You know, we've got John in back of us. Where's another young freshman who's really come on strong? Jay Heaps. I mean, he's really all over that ball this year, Brian.
Listen, he's a freshman that plays like a senior. The kid's got a tremendous future. He's tough. You look at him and he doesn't look. He looks like a good breeze would blow him over. But when he gets the ball, you can't knock him off the ball.
Okay, with the ball right now is Brad Miller, the senior captain. Ball's going to be taken by East Longmeadow. There's a fight for it. Going off for the Lancers will be number 22, Mike Angelotti. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be East Longmeadow ball. Mike Angelotti, very amicable, gives the ball over to number 15, Tom Villamino. Okay, they inbound it. It's broken up nicely.
That's good.
It's a high kick. It's going to be taken by the goalie, Mike Shore. Oh, Mike slips, and that ball. Oh, that ball almost went in the net, Brian. Boy, that was a tough play. That ball took a. I don't think Mike judged that ball properly.
Mike slipped. He had trouble judging it, and then he lost his footing there. That was very dangerous.
So East Longmeadow will have a corner kick.
Yeah, you'd always like your goalie's first touch with the ball to be a nice roll back pass to him so he gets some feel. And when something like that happens, it can happen.
Okay, John Coburn will take this corner kick. It's out in front of the net. It's going to go wide over the net, but a nice head. Oh, just went wide of the net from here. It looked like that ball had gone in the net.
That was dangerous.
Okay, so the Lancers will take over now. Mike Shore gets it out to the side. Back to Mike. Okay, Mike will settle him down. You can see they quickly move upfield. Mike gets a nice booming kick. Tries to get it up to Brad Miller. So scramble for it in the midfield.
Oh, nice turn there. Nice play.
Turn by number 8 for our
It's Mike Gottfried.
Mike Gottfried. Settled. Nice settling shot there by Mike Anzalotti. So it'll go out of bounds and it'll be East Longmeadow ball. Looks like we definitely have a size advantage on East Longmeadow if you look at just the size comparison.
Yeah, I think particularly in our back line, our fullbacks.
Yeah, Todd O'Rourke.
Mike is a big boy. So's Todd and John and Matt Shaw. They're all good-sized kids.
Okay, there's a clearing shot in the middle of the field. Lucky Russo. Lucky quickly over. Tries to settle it. Tries to stay it in bounds. Nice play by Lucky Russo. Gets it up to Jay Heaps. Here comes Jay, looking for some help in the middle. Tries a nice defensive play that time by East Longmeadow, but it's still going to be Lancer ball. Jason Borek now inbounds it. Gets it to Lucky Russo. Lucky's trip. Okay, it's going to be a trip call on East Longmeadow. So the Lancers will have the ball. Jason Borek will inbound it. Coming over to help out was John Patrick. And now inbounding the ball will be number 24 for the Lancers.
Yeah, it's a direct kick.
Okay, so it'll be a direct kick by Steve McCall. They clear out for him. Nice kick by Steve, right in front.
Oh, a nice flick by Brad.
That was a real nice play by.
Yep.
That was by Brad Miller. Did a nice head. A real booming kick by the goalie, Buddy Clark. Settled by the Lancers. Going to be taken, however, by number 5 for East Longmeadow, Doug Steele.
That's
now
nice.
control.
Real nice. This is nice stuff right here.
Okay, number 24 for the Lancers is Steve McCall. Over to Borak. Jay Heaps comes in to try to help out. It's going to be taken by number 8, Steve Jacobs. Over to number 5. Long clearing pass, but a nice defensive pressure applied by number 9 for the Lancers, Todd O'Rourke.
Beautiful defensive play.
Todd gets it up, but again, nice block there by East Longmeadow. Nice play by East Longmeadow. East Longmeadow quickly into the offensive end of the...
dangerous here.
Nice defensive play. Oh, there's this real takedown there by Mike Anzalotti. They didn't call it,
lucky
though.
there.
They really are. No, that wasn't Lucky. Lucky's number 4. So the Lancers will control with the ball now. Number 9 for the Lancers, Todd O'Rourke. Todd gets it back to Mike Shore. Mike will try to settle him down and get the Lancers into their offensive flow.
A little bit scruffy as they start out, Tom, but it's going to be that way till they get settled.
Do you think when a team like this comes in, you know, the Lancers obviously with a 9-4 record going up against a team with the absolute reverse 4-9, do you think there's sometimes an overconfidence factor that they
absolutely
sort of figure that maybe this is something that they can take lightly?
Absolutely, but John, that's an area that Johnny is as strong as anybody around in, is the motivation side of the game. He won't let them go too far, believe me. They're ready. It's just, I think the early stages of any soccer game tend to be a lot of running around, a lot of kicking.
Brad Miller tries to head
without as much purpose to it, but they'll get settled down.
Quickly into the offensive flow comes the Lancers, but another nice defensive play. Back to settle for the Lancers.
That's Joe. That's nice. That's nice. That's the thing to do.
Okay, back to Mike Shore.
Kind of get control. Let Mike.
Steve McCall gets it back to Mike. Now Mike will settle and try to get the ball.
Might get a good feel here.
Nice boot. Upfield to Brad Miller. Brad to Lucky. Well, Lucky loses it back to East Longmeadow. East Longmeadow has definitely played a very aggressive role so far here in the first period. Little push in the back. Let's see who they call this ball on. He was put. Now, is that considered to be a push out? That they push the offensive player?
It depends on how hard you hit him. And now that referee let that go. You know, you can have incidental contact as long as you're not. You're supposed to be playing the ball, not the man.
Okay, here comes Jason Borak.
That's good.
Jason gets the ball up to Jeff Glenn. Senior captain Jeff Glenn. Glenn is little Duke. Nice footwork by Jeff.
Very good with the ball, particularly for a fullback.
Okay, now they try to get into the offense, but again, East Longmeadow's doing a nice job containing that Lancer offense. Ken Bogus. Good header that time by Mike Anzalotti. Anzalotti to Todd O'Rourke, but again, East Longmeadow controls. East Longmeadow back into the offensive end. Up front, takes an East Longmeadow bounce, but quickly over to help out for the Lancers is Steve McCall. But again, it goes out of bounds. It looks like the Lancers are playing a little tentative at this point, Brian.
Yeah, Steve was a little slow in getting rid of that, but you know, once again, it's early, and it takes a little bit of time. The thing that a lot of people forget, Tommy, is you got 11 kids on each side and only one guy can touch it at a time.
Really?
So it takes a while before everybody gets their first touch. You know what I mean? And kind of gets settled into the game. But
okay, so it's going to be a corner kick. It's going to be a corner kick by number 9, John Coburn. So John will be taking the corner kick, and you see Jay Heaps. This is going to be a direct kick. Here comes Coburn. A little bit wide of the net, though. He went right over the net, but again, it's cleared out in front. But nice defensive play by Lucky Russo. That'll be Mike Gottfried also over to help out. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be taken by number 13, Jeff Caudle. Jeff inbounds it. Good hustle that time by Todd O'Rourke. Goes out of bounds, and it's still going to be East Longmeadow ball. Quickly a pass, and they weren't anticipating that pass in, Brian. Lucky Russo said, hey, wait a minute, why are you throwing it to me? Now Lucky quickly into the offense. He's got Mike Gottfried on his wing.
Oh, that's a great ball.
Gets it up to Mike. Mike will try to keep it in bounds. Nice play by Mike Gottfried, but it will still in bounds. Mike fighting for that ball. Nice play by Mike Gottfried. Saves that ball from going out of bounds, but they're going to kick it out. But a nice defensive play, but broken up nicely by Todd O'Rourke.
Great play, Todd.
Todd O'Rourke tries to clear it to Jay Heaps. Jay Heaps was right in front of the net, but it bounces out. And now you see Brad Miller trying to settle it, the senior captain, the real leader of this team.
That's perfect. Perfect.
Quickly, but a nice defensive play by East Longmeadow. It's going to be cleared back to number 8, Steve Jacobs. But Lucky Russo saves it. And you see Mike Gottfried will try to save this ball.
Mike is a real
nice job by Mike Gottfried.
Mike's got great speed.
Over to Brad Miller. Brad out in front. Tries to get it, but again, a nice defensive play by East Longmeadow. Nice little chip shot that time.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, the goalie's out of the net. Now, what was that call, Brian?
I think what they said was that Jay ran into the goalie after he had the ball, so they award the free kick to the goaltender.
Maybe we can take a look at this on instant replay. Okay, maybe you can describe it for us. There you see Jay.
Yeah, you see how you see the goalie go up in the air there. Jay ran into the goalie. And not intentionally, but it's incidental contact when you're going for the ball. But the referee has to protect the goalie.
And there you see the goalie just get run over by Todd O'Rourke.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Down there. I'm coming after you.
That's a good call.
Well, Jay's a dirty player like his father. I mean, that's where you get some of those instincts, you know. All right, here comes the Lancers. Nice boot right out in front. Oh, but again, and the ball, Jay Heaps got it wide open. Oh, he goes right into the goal.
Wow, great shot.
I think Jay went a little bit too quick with that shot. I think if he had waited a split second longer, he would have had a little better shot, Brian, but he wanted to go quickly on that goal.
Yeah.
But a nice reaction that time by Jay Heaps.
When you're in front of the goal, you got to get rid of it. You're not going to have much time.
Brad Miller.
Nice turn, though.
Nice turn by Brad. Mike Gottfried fighting for that ball, but it's going to be taken again by the Spartans. Ken Bogus.
Looked like a handball.
Oh, nice hustle that time by Jason Borak to Jay Heaps. Now let's watch him motor. Jay, nice footwork by Jay, but he gives it up.
The ball with his back.
Gives it up to number 18, Rich Obenesser. Oh, and he had it taken away from him. That ball's going to be way out of bounds. That was a long kick.
East Longmeadow gave that one away.
Yeah, they really did. Joe Pichetto.
He appeared to be in an awful rush to get rid of that ball. If he'd held it a little longer, he might have had a play there.
I think that time, yeah, you're right. He laid it. No, they're going to have him do this again. So Steve McCall will inbound it. Will take this kick for the Lancers. Nice kick by Steve. Brad Miller. Nice head by Miller. But it's again controlled by East Longmeadow. East Longmeadow is really doing a nice job staying even with these Lancers so far, and a Lancer team that is on a real high at this point. Of course, the Lancers come into this game with a unfortunate loss to Central High School and a 4-0 loss, and I imagine they've got to be a little down, and they're looking for this to sort of make retribution and get themselves primed for the playoffs, which will start next week.
Yeah, that was a very good game, though, that Central game. We played them more than even, and we just couldn't get a goal.
Nice push at that time by Jason Borak. There's some good pushing and shoving going out there, Brian.
We got a problem. We got a problem.
Okay, what's that call?
John Patrick hit the ball with his hand.
So there's a handball.
We'll see it. I don't know if we've got it, if we can show it, but it's going to be a penalty kick.
So there's going to be a penalty kick for East Longmeadow. John Patrick hit that ball with his hand.
I think it was John. I'd have to know if we can show it again.
Yeah, I think it was on John Patrick. So there's going to be here we go. Let's take a look at this. See if we can spot the John Patrick. Okay, there's Jason Borak right there.
Yeah, it's a little later than this.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
hit.
let's see. Now at this point, we're going to see it. There's the kick. Ball's out in front. Boy, I don't know. I didn't see
No,
that.
that's not it. It's coming up. It's
Okay,
coming
let's
up.
see. It must be
It's
coming up right now.
There it is.
There
right
it is. Okay,
See
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, John Patrick.
No
So
question.
that'll give East Longmeadow nice camera work there. There you see it right
Yeah,
there.
that's
There
a
you
great
see the hit.
shot. That's a
Beautiful
great shot.
camera work by our Channel 8 crew, Steve Miller. And there it is right there. And there's the handball right there.
Now Mike's got to guess. That's what he's got to do, Tom. Because if he stands still, he's not going to stop it. He's going to have to make a guess as to which way this is going. And, you know, he does it by watching the player's hips or the eyes or whatever, but whatever he keys on.
Okay, so here it is. This is John Coburg on Mike Shore.
Great
Nice
save.
play by
All
Mike
right.
Shore. Excellent play by Mike Shore on a beautiful kick by John Coburn. What a nice job. Ball's up in front. Nice head work there by the Lancers. Nice head job there by Mike Anzalotti. Boy, that was an excellent play by Mike Patrick. There you see our time, 28:48. It'll be
That was a terrific save.
beautiful save. Maybe
I
we
mean,
can
he
get a
had
look
to
at
move
that.
for that. He couldn't just stand still. That was a wonderful save.
And the thing about it that was nice, Brian, he didn't try to catch it with his hands. You know,
No, he
with
just
the
parried it
velocity of
away.
that,
Yep.
he just get that ball and hit
Yeah,
it
that's right, Tom.
over the side of the net. That was a nice play by goalie Mike Shore.
That's a big lift because I'll tell you, East Longmeadow's playing well.
They really are.
And they get a goal there, and all of a sudden the momentum really swings.
Well, like you said, Brian, this you know, in high school soccer, sometimes you can never tell. The ball bounces very precariously sometimes, and
Yep.
right now the Lancers are
Oh, look at that turn.
staying.
Oh,
Nice turn by
great
Jay
stuff.
Heaps. He's got all the, you know, a lot of times people are good, have good athleticism, but you know, the other thing is you've got to combine athleticism with skills, and Jay sort of puts the whole package together.
You
And
bet.
for a young freshman, he really deserves a lot of credit.
I'm not saying this because his father's standing behind me, but
Oh, sure you are.
he's the best freshman Longmeadow's ever had.
Next
Easy.
to you.
Not
Well,
even close.
Well, Jay's sort of close to you. Well, see, you have to realize he gets all of his athleticism and his quickness and his skills from his mom, not from his father.
That I believe.
His father busts his chops and his mother gives him all the skills. Right, John? Okay, so again, the Lancers give it up to East Longmeadow. There you see our time, 27:29. Again, they go with 40-minute halves, right, Brian?
Okay, I wasn't sure it was
There's some
40 or
head shaking in the
45.
back. I guess that means yes. I remember Yogi, what's his name? Mike, Fran Healy from Holyoke was doing a Yankee game once with Phil Rizzuto, and he asked Phil Rizzuto a question, and Phil, of course, sitting in the booth with him, shook his head, and Fran Healy said, "They can't hear your head shaking, Phil. You got to give me an answer." Here, the ball's up, sprinting down the sideline. It will go out of bounds. Oh, nice save. Nice save by number 8, Steve Jacobs. Good hustle that time. Oh, nice play by the Lancers, and in particular, number 24, Steve
I tell you,
McCall.
we need a goal here, Tommy.
We really do. Because East Longmeadow is playing with intensity. That time they turn.
Corner kick. When
Maybe
you're
another
playing
corner.
a team that you have a lot better record than, you don't want to let them stay in the game. If you do, they get the idea they can beat you, and then before you know it, you got a game on your hands. So we got to get a goal here.
So East Longmeadow with another corner kick. Right out in front, but again, it goes a little bit wide. There's a header. Is there a push-off in the...
My guess is, and you see it called a lot, is that a forward for East Longmeadow tried to keep Mike Shore from getting to the ball and blocking him, and when they do that, they call an obstruction. And I think that's what happened. See where they're taking the kick from,
Oh, yeah.
Tom? That would indicate it was a goalie obstruction.
So Steve McCall will take this kick. Nice kick right into the middle,
good.
exactly where he needs to be, to the captain's Brad Miller. There's a push-off on Lucky Russo. A lot of pushing, a lot of aggressive play there
Oh,
by
yeah.
East Longmeadow. I mean,
Yep.
they're not sitting back and saying, you know, we don't have as good a record as you. They're going right after the Lancers. Ball's up in the air. Jason Boric over to help out. But again, good speed by East Longmeadow. Number 8, Steve Jacobs. Nice hook slide that time. But it's going to be Longmeadow ball. That was...
No, they called a foul.
Oh, they call the foul. It's going to be East Longmeadow.
A foul or a throw-in? Yeah,
Boy,
they called a foul. I thought it was a good slide tackle. But,
Yeah, it looked like it. So coming over to take that corner kick will be Rich Obenhauser. Obernesser.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to watch these kids because a lot of these kids played in the youth program in East Longmeadow.
Long throw, right out in front. The ball rolls around. It's going to be taken by Jason Borick.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a hold on White, so it'll be East Longmeadow ball. I mean, Longmeadow
A
ball.
little chippy out there.
A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving going on.
Yeah. Well,
How much? How much latitude does the referee really give you in terms of the pushing?
Tommy, it depends on the referee. I know the referee down there. He's a very experienced referee, and the more experienced, the more they tend to let go. And the bigger the games, you'll see the Western Mass Championship games. There's a lot of physical stuff.
Just saw a very enthusiastic fan yawning. Nice play by Lucky. Lucky's upset now on something like that.
That's an obstruction.
There's an obstruction.
Yep.
So Longmeadow will still have the ball. Coming over to help out and inbound the ball will be Steve McCall. Steve McCall will inbound the ball and see if he can do it all. Right, Brian? Jason Borick sprints down, gets it to Jason on the wing. Jason right down the middle. Jason just runs over, and they're probably say, I think a little push there. Would you say, Brian?
Yeah. I think
Even that, you can't give that much
Got to
latitude.
get 5 yards for unnecessary roughness.
Really? East Longmeadow, number 7, Ken Bogus.
Yeah, Kenny's one of the best players on East Longmeadow's team. Very good player.
Bogus, Ken Bogus.
Yeah.
That Bogus your mind. Jay Heaps over number 7. But again, East Longmeadow playing strong. Here comes Brad Miller, but broken up nicely by number 4 for them, Chris LeBrod. Now what's this call? There you see the coach of the East Longmeadow Spartans, John Coburn.
Also one of the best coaches in Western Mass. A very, very good coach.
You know, Brian, it must give you a real sense of pride to look out in the field and see so many of these kids that you've brought up through the youth soccer program now coming to maturity and coming to fruition in their soccer years at high school.
It really does. And the thing, Tommy, is that these kids have got so much skill. If you compare the teams when Johnny and I were in high school, there weren't 3 kids on the field that had the kind of skills that all these kids have. And it just comes from playing. They're playing a lot earlier.
You think part of that is because of the Park and Rec program and getting these kids started early?
Sure. That's big part of it. But you see, these kids are all they all have very good skills.
And I think all the parents, there you see a beautiful shot of the moon. It is just a gorgeous night here in East Longmeadow. I mean, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful night for soccer. I mean, that moon,
particularly
as you
at
just
this
saw,
time of year.
Oh, it is gorgeous. This is a real plus. It's supposed to be 80 over the weekend.
These
So
are the kind of games you expect to play with your overcoat on.
really? They let you wear overcoats in the field? Nice spin move that time by Jeff Glenn. But they're broken up by
Nice play,
Jason Borak. Jason tries to just get it up in front. The goalie will come out.
A little bit too straight. A little more of an angle, and that would have been very nice.
But a nice break up and a nice defensive play by Jason Borak. Jason again comes over. East Longmeadow. Can be taken by Jeff Glenn. He tries to keep it in bounds, but it'll be East Longmeadow ball. With 22 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first half of action, our score currently is 0-0.
I'd have to give the edge to East Longmeadow so far.
So far, East Longmeadow is definitely, first of all, they've had more shots on goal. They've had, of course, several corner kicks. In that
a lot more of the territorial play as well.
But Longmeadow will now have the ball, number 22, Mike Angelotti. Mike inbounds it. Jeff Glenn, Brad Miller. Miller gets it up to the wing.
It's good defense.
Now it's going to be settled.
Here we go.
Oh, nice breakup by East Longmeadow, and East Longmeadow again. Every time the Lancers just try to get that flow going, it seems that East Longmeadow has an opportunity of breaking it up. They're taking the momentum away from Longmeadow. Up to the side, here comes Jay Heaps. Jay, nice movement.
Nice touch. That's
Tries
a good
to lay
ball.
it up to the wing.
Good ball. This kid's very solid back there, this Kenny Bogus.
In the game for the Lancers right now is Mike Kittredge, number 18. But again, East Longmeadow, as they have done, here comes Jay Heaps. Jay pushed off of the ball, but Jay stays with it. Excellent movement by
Nice
Jay.
touch.
Now they get the, oh, he had a handball.
That was also a nice touch.
Yeah, that was a real nice touch. But his father taught him that. The ball's trying to get by, make believe like it's your foot. Because I remember in high school what John used to do to compensate for that, he used to wear shoes on his hands. So he'd have a pair on his feet and a pair on his hands, so the referee would never know whether it was a handball or whether he was actually kicking it. The Lancers again will control with the ball right now. Number 9, John. It's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be East Longmeadow ball. Well, I'll tell you, this is really sort of back and forth, Brian. No, you know, East Longmeadow, I think, like you said, has definitely controlled this game so far. And the Lancers
They're a little quicker to the ball than we are right now, but we'll come. These kids don't like to lose.
Who does, right? Mike Kittredge.
Is that Kittredge or Samuel? Kittredge.
Over to Lucky Russo.
Nice move, Lucky.
Lucky stays with it, but again, he's taken off the ball by East Longmeadow, but it's still going to remain Longmeadow ball.
Good tackle. Lucky'd like a call, but he's not going to get it.
So Lucky Russo gives it up to Todd O'Rourke. Todd will inbound it now. Again, 19 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first half. O'Rourke to Miller. Brad turns, looks for some help inside, but he's shoved off the ball, but Brad stays with it. Tough play by Brad Miller, stays right with it, stays down. Again, Brad Miller is definitely the leader of this team. He's a senior, he's got all the poise, he's got the, oh, there's a takedown,
he
but
got
they
a
didn't
corner
call
kick.
it.
Tommy, what's exciting to watch with Brad, when he has a lot of people around him, he's very calm. He's very good at shielding the ball. In other words, protecting it. So right there, he had 2 people standing around him, and yet he was able to hold the ball. And when you're in the offensive part of the field, that's very, very important.
Okay, so we'll have our first corner kick of the night for the Lancers. Taking it will be Lucky Russo. Several substitutions being made by East Longmeadow. Get some of their defensive players in there. Breaking out of the pack is Mike Kittredge. Nice ball right out front. There's a header. Oh, I'll tell you, Mike Kittredge almost was able to turn that.
Yep.
But again, they keep it in. Kittredge turns now.
That's
Kittredge look for help inside.
That's very nice.
Nice shot on goal by Mike Kittredge, but a nice break up there by Buddy Clark. Clark booms this one down. But it's controlled by the Lancers. Over to O'Rourke. To Miller.
That's nice.
Kittredge keeps it in. Nice turn move by Kittredge. Jay Heaps over to try to save it, but again, East Longmeadow staying right in that ball with their aggressive play. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Longmeadow ball. Long inbound pass. Lucky Russo heads it right back. Little trip out there. Lucky stays with it, though. Little Lucky. To Brad Miller. Brad streaking down the side. He's tripped. Now, that should be a trip, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No call.
No call? Oh,
boy, I can't believe that. That was definitely a homer call. Come on, ref. Let's get with the game plan.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
That was really. Even though, you know, we're Longmeadow people, that was definitely, I think he missed that one, Brian. How can he miss it? It was right in front of him.
Johnny will let him know. Look at John. He's telling him.
Yeah, he's not happy about that at all. Let's take a look at it. Here it is right here on the screen. Now, if that isn't a trip, what is it?
He came in real late. The ball was already by him when he got hit.
And I think John Pantuska, maybe we can take a look at that one more time.
Yeah, he's going to give Johnny a card.
Yeah, well, I mean, the referee should be given a card for. Now, let's take a look at it right here. Now, if this isn't a trip, now watch it. There's the ball by him. Number 7 comes over, and Brad Miller. I think the referee should take a look at this, and I'm sure when John Pantusko sees this on film, he's going to say, wait a minute, why did I get the yellow card? Why didn't the referee get a card? Saying, hit out of town, ref.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, John.
Yep. It's John Heaps, so that's John's first yellow card of the season. A little stop in the action out here. I don't know what the stoppage is. Maybe the referee changed his mind. Maybe he saw the replay. Oh, the coach flew the... That's funny, the coach blew the whistle. How'd he get it out of the ref's pocket? Oh, the band's warming up. I think what a great night, Brian. Look at all the people out here watching high school soccer. I can remember back in the old days when John Heaps was playing, the only person would go would be his would be his father.
Well,
Inbounded to
this is
Brad
what
Miller.
Longmeadow's going to have before too long.
Let's hope so. Let's light up the Lancers, and all of you Lancer fans, this is what we could be doing over at Longmeadow. So please support our Light Up the Lancer program, because you can see there's a lot of people here watching tonight's action. Matter of fact,
Well,
they
watch
have more
Jay
people
play.
here than they do
See
for
the
most
way
football
Jay
games.
plays with his back
Nice
to the
play
ball.
by Jay. He's crunching there.
Look
but
at
he stays
this,
with
look
it.
at this.
There's a push in the back. The referee should call it.
That's great stuff.
I mean,
That's great stuff.
real nice play by Jay Heaps. Hey, the referee finally made a call.
A kid his age to be able to hold the ball like that and not get knocked off it is excellent. He's
Okay, Steve McCall will try to get the Lancers into the middle of the field. Nice kick right where it should be, into the middle of the field, right in front of the goal. But again, East Longmeadow does a nice job controlling.
Now we're picking up the pressure now, though. Yeah, Jay can't do that.
Jason Borak.
When you bend over
Oh,
like
he just-
that.
Okay, let's take a look at this last play. Now watch Jay. Maybe you can describe this.
See, you watch the way he. We caught it a little bit late, but you watch the way he shields the ball there. We came in a little bit after the.
Excellent forward. Look at Jay right in the middle of them all. 3 players around. Now watch this push. You're going to say, hey, listen, you're just a freshman. I'm a senior. Hit the road, buddy.
Well, we got 3 seniors playing against a freshman.
He pushes him down, but Jay Heap stays with himself. Okay, as we go back to the action, there you see Jay Heap just got pushed again.
This referee's got to pick it up a little bit here. That kid
Yeah,
just
I mean,
grabbed him and threw him down.
Really? Well, they realize he's afraid. They realize he's one of the big threats of Longmeadow, and they're trying to intimidate him out there, but they can't.
No,
So they mark up their men. Everybody's picked up a man, and here comes Todd McCall, or Steve McCall, rather. Well, let's see if Steve can get this ball right into the middle, lay it up there for a header. Ball's curling nicely. Oh, but again, East Longmeadow did a nice defensive job there to try to turn it. Jeff Glenn stays with it, but again, East Longmeadow, as they've done so far tonight, has really kept that defensive pressure. There's a slip on
That's
the play.
the third kid I've seen slip in the middle of the field there. There must be either thin grass or it's wet. I don't know which.
Well, they're tripping over the yard markers is what
Yeah.
it is. The yard stripe.
Got a lousy
Nice break up
football.
in front. Jason Borak. East Longmeadow settles.
Vargas.
Stay with it.
This is the
Vargas.
coach's son right here.
Oh,
Number
nice
8.
smack that to Leon Coburn.
Can't believe they didn't call that.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Boy, they're letting, I asked you before how much latitude do the referees allow. Tonight, a lot.
Yeah, they're letting them play, as they say. in
Mike
basketball.
Shore, he's got to get out there quick. Whoa. Mike takes a little. Look at this.
They gotta-
He's pushing
the ref's
out
gonna
there.
have to
The
step in
referee's got to
here.
do
This
something.
is-
This referee, he's got to settle this down.
He's going to have to get out the yellow card here in a minute.
Steve Jacobs,
Unfortunately, Johnny's got to be quiet now.
yeah, because he's already got that yellow card. And that's too bad because John likes to get into the games and get his players psyched up, and he's got to be very careful here. Nice header. Let's see what this call is going to be. Let's take a look at this last play. Now watch the way they attack the goalie. You see him. There's one push there, and now watch Jacobs. He'll go up and now watch him. He pulls him away. Now, right now, Mike Shore should take the ball and plant it.
Just a little extra there.
Just a little extra activity there. But again, these kids are playing aggressive, and I don't think it's the kids' fault. I think it's the referee's fault. They got to calm it down.
Yeah.
They got to get this game under control. Because the more latitude you do allow, the worse it gets out of hand. Inbound, nice kick,
I said.
right out in front. Ball's out in front. Nice defensive play that time by Steve McCall. Also over for the Lancers is Jeff Glenn, but a nice play by Jeff Glenn.
Jeffrey got bopped there. I
He
think.
got a nice hit. That was a beautiful kick by Chris LeBrod, number 4. So East Longmeadow will be
Yeah,
in.
we got Zach Samuel and Brent Delano in now.
Okay, Brent Delano, number 19 in the game, and also, as you said, number 27, Zach Samuel, 19. Brent Delano. Long in, corner kick inside, but a good defensive breakup by the Lancers. And here they come. But East Longmeadow breaks it up. Mike Shore. Mike will take it. Now Mike will give
Goal kick.
it up to the goal for a goal kick. Steve McCall. Again, some more substitutions being made by Coach John Coburn. John Coburn talking to his son, John Coburn Jr. Okay, here comes McCall.
Yeah, it looks as though East Longmeadow's playing 5 fullbacks here. You couldn't see it just before you could see it, but you see they got 3 backs here. going into a little more of a shell, playing for a counterattack, Tom.
It should go out of bounds, and it should be
we'll
long
see what
middle ball.
happens.
Now, what's the purpose for doing that, Brian? When you come up with
Well, sometimes
four
if you're up
fullbacks?
against a team that you feel outmatches you, what you'll do is play an extra fullback and then look for the opportunity to have a counterattack. And, of course, the Italian national team is known for playing like that, and Argentina played that way in the World Cup because they didn't have a lot of their players, so they knew they couldn't match up man for man, and I don't think East Longmeadow can match up man for man against us. But right now they're playing great.
They're playing real good. Steve McCall, nice breakup by Steve. And here comes the Lancers.
See, there's two guys right on Jay there. Now there's three.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like they're all, every time Jay gets the ball, they're sending two or three men on him. Nice defensive pressure that time, a nice play by number 19.
Yeah, we got a
for the
corner
Lancers,
kick.
Brent
I think.
Delano.
Yeah, I got a corner kick.
Okay, so Brent will have a corner kick. And as I said, Brian, the Lancers have not had a lot of shots on goal tonight.
No, we haven't.
We haven't really tested
We had a
Buddy
flurry
Clark.
there for about 10 or 15 minutes where we seemed to have the ball down
Nice
here.
kick
We'll
by
see. though.
Delano. Zach Samuel kicked it.
You know, did you notice they had 10 men or 9 men in
Yeah.
the penalty area there? They only had 1 forward up.
And here comes the Spartans, number
It's
6,
dangerous.
Mark
Oh,
Langoni.
nice tackle, Jason.
Nice slide tackle by Jason Vorek. And that's a real art to be able to do that slide tackle effectively, Brian. And not get called for a trip or a
Yeah,
foot.
it takes timing, Tom. That's what it is timing.
Inbound pass, Zach Samuel. Nice break up by Zach. East Longmeadow settles it into the middle. John Pat.
Good shoulder to shoulder there.
Nice play by John Patrick, and he says, no, a little pushing off. The referee settles him down. Look at the kid. He's going face to face. Going face to face with the ref. That doesn't endear yourself to the ref. Yeah, that's number 8, Steve Jacobs. He was the same one that had the little altercation with Mike Shore. Steve better watch himself. Get that yellow card.
Johnny can handle it. He
Yep.
loves that argy-bargy stuff.
Rich Obenezer. Zach Samuel breaks it up. Here comes Jason Borek. Nice head by Borek. Oh, almost a handball that time by East Longmeadow and Obenezer. Nice clear. So again, East Longmeadow controls. 9 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Connor Rourke
Boy,
loses
this
it to
is-
East Longmeadow,
Okay.
but it's going to go.
That had possibilities.
Yep. Again, some quick substitutions being made by Coach John Coburn. East Longmeadow also making some substitutions. In for the Lancers now is number 21, Matt Shaw.
Matt gives the team tremendous speed. He's very, very fast.
Okay, Steve McCall. Nice kick. Little header there by the Lancers. It was taken by number 9, John Coburn, the coach's son. Nice push-off that time by
That was
Shaw.
nice, yeah, Matt
Beautiful
made a nice
push-off
play
by
there.
Shaw. Here comes Heaps. Jay's crunch as he goes into it, and it's going to be Lancer ball. There's an obstruction call there by the referee. So the Lancers, again, with 8 minutes and 17 seconds, there hasn't been a lot of scoring here in this game. It's been a real seesaw battle with East Longmeadow still controlling at this point. Steve McCall now will try to get this ball into the middle. Lancers are cleared out, set up their offensive strategy. Let's see who Steve tries to get this ball to. Nice little play to Miller.
It's a play to bring it. Brad comes back off the line.
Jay Heaps.
Okay.
Everywhere Jay goes, they have a man right on him. They're really
You watch him shield the
all
ball
over.
there. See that?
Nice play by Jay. He
Very
just said,
nice.
hey, I'm going to duke you up, man. We'll see you later. Brent Delano, a high kick, but Buddy Clark comes right out and takes it on.
He didn't get much on that, but it was a good idea.
Like I said, Brian, any chance you have the opportunity of going on goal, you give it a shot, because we can always take a bounce the wrong way, just like you did for Mike Shore on that high kick as we started the game. Zach Samuel for Meadow. And John Coburn. Let's see if they're going to give the ball to the Lancers. Inbounding will be Brent Delano. Brent looks for Zach Samuel. It goes over Samuel's head. Hit Samuel's hand, but they didn't call that. Into the middle of the field. Mike Kittredge. Oh, nice kick that time by East Longmeadow. Little push off that time by Matt Shaw. Shaw stays with it. Nice play by Shaw. Matt Shaw pushes off.
There's a lot of stuff going on out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on out there.
There's some...
There's a slip on the play. Kittredge. Ball will go back, and it'll be settled by Mike Anzalotti. But quickly over is John Coburn. Coburn turns. A little trip out there. I think they're going to call a trip. Now, that wasn't anywhere as blatant as the trip we had over on the other side. Well, at least this referee's consistent in his inconsistency.
Yeah, sometimes it's not the foul that gets called, it's the one after it that gets called, you know.
So there's going to be
This is dangerous. Only 6 minutes left and a half. We got to get this out of there.
So taking this kick will be Ken, say Bogus? Bogus?
Bogus.
Bogus. Okay, Ken Bogus. The game plan, John Pantuska said to his team, don't let Bogus dog us today. Is that what he said?
Something like that.
Oh, nice break up that time by the Lancers. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Lancer ball. But I'll tell you, Brian, they're putting a lot of pressure on Mike Shore, much more so than the Lancers are putting on Buddy Clark.
Yeah, you're right.
And this first half of action is going by very quickly.
Well, it'll be good. It'll be good. What we want to do is get out of this now, no worse than even. Because I think if Johnny can get him in the at the end of the half, he'll get him going.
Jay Heaps again is taken down, but Jay takes down the other player with him. Nice play by Jay. Going to go out of bounds. Jason Borick over to help out, but it's still going to be Longmeadow ball. Nice play then by John Patrick. Zach Samuel watching that ball go.
Oh, that's great.
Here comes the Spartans. Real nice play by the Spartans. Gets it out in front.
Nice head by Mike Anzalotti.
Real nice play by Anzalotti. Brent Delano, but it's taken away. See, I think they're going to call a push-off on Brad Miller, and they'll give it back to East Longmeadow.
Yep.
So East Longmeadow will take it with the ball, number 4, Chris LeBrod. They see a good shot of the young freshman Jay Heaps. Here comes LeBrod. Nice hooking shot, or a nice header that time by Mike Anzalotti. Heaps with it. Jay stays down on it. But again, East Longmeadow controls. Back to Zach Samuel, to Mike Kittredge. Mike tries to get into the offensive end now.
So look at Matt Shaw go. Look at Matt go. He didn't quite get it.
Shaw. Here comes Jay Heaps. You know what I'm noticing, Brian? East Longmeadow, whenever that ball goes to an offensive player, they double team him automatically. They're double teaming the ball, and sometimes when it goes to either Brad Miller or Jay Heaps, are triple teaming. So they're picking out their offensive threats and tripling, double teaming down.
They've been very quick on the ball, Tom, this first half. They've been able to neutralize. See, that's an example. They're right there. They pressured Steve, and Steve wasn't able to deliver the ball.
Of course, there was a little push there as well, but again,
we're going to have to pick it up a notch in the second half to win this game.
Nice header that time by John Patrick. Looked like a handball that time by number 8, Steve Jacobs, but they didn't call it. East Longmeadow,
nice play, Matt Shaw.
Nice play by Shaw.
He's a powerful kid, and he came right through that tackle.
Over to McCall. Oh, that was a nice attempt that time by Matt Shaw. He sort of sacrificed his body. He was like a flying machine. Looked like Michael Jordan. There, see some happy folks. East Longmeadow Spartan fans.
I tell you, East Longmeadow has done a tremendous job with their fundraising, and
oh, they really have.
When you walk in here, they've got the 50-50 raffles and that cow plop contest and all that business. They've done a terrific job.
We got to get our cow flop going for.
That's right.
For the Light Up the Lancers campaign. Of course, that's Laney Dulay is going to be in charge of that. I think if I had to put anybody in charge of a cow flop contest, it would be Laney Dulay. Long high ball. Mike had problems with this the first part of this game, but that time Mike did a nice job, kept his eye on it, came right out on it.
Nice and safe.
Yeah, for any of you Longmeadow fans, if you want to see what lights can do for high school sports. You should be out here tonight. It's a Thursday night, and this place is packed. A lot of enthusiastic fans rooting on their East Longmeadow team. So let's see if we can do the same for the Lancers and light them up. Matter of fact, one of the men who's spearheading the drive is John Heaps, and John's standing right in back of me. As a matter of fact, he's got most of the money he's raised so far right in his pocket. So hopefully he's going to buy his tacos during halftime, Brian.
It's the least he could do.
It's the least. I think they had a lot more in the campaign until he started going to games and buying tacos for everybody.
Nice play, Jason.
Nice play by
that
Jason
was
Borak.
very nice. Ran right through that tackle.
Real nice play. Mike Kittredge.
Handball.
Well,
Oh,
again,
I
East
thought that was
Longmeadow,
handball.
they stay right with him. Gets it up to number 10, Ed Hellier. Goes out of
We
bounds.
just got to get it in the house here, 0-0, and regroup.
Well, it's only 1:19. Now, there's no stopping of the clock at all, Brian, in these games.
You stop for a goal or for a card.
But other than that, it's
Other than that,
straight
it's
running time.
or an injury.
Okay, here comes Miller. Brad Miller, broken up nicely. Zach
Send it.
Samuel. John Patrick. Brad Miller pushed off of the ball. Oh, nice play by Zach Samuel. He comes over and throws a crunch job. Nice block. Looked like an offensive or defensive linebacker that
A
time.
little bit late hit, but that's okay.
47 seconds. East Longmeadow will quickly inbound it. Taking it in for the East Longmeadow Spartans. You can turn and see the number here.
This is curious. I can't figure out what's going
I don't
on.
understand why the clock is stopped. The referees are talking to each other in the middle of the field. I don't understand it.
Somebody's going to get a card.
Now, why are they giving a card to Samuel? I mean, there's been...
I think
Okay.
he must have been yapping. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, see, in high school soccer, when you get a yellow card, you have to go out of the game. You can come back.
Okay, so Zach Samuel will go out of the game. I guess he mouthed off to the ref. So Zach will go and sit down for a little while. And coming to the game for the Lancers is number 25 for the Lancers, and that is Chris Bailey. So Chris Bailey, number 25, in to replace the yellow-carded Zach Samuel. Yeah, he definitely must have mouthed off. And that's why there's a stop on the play. He said the only time he would stop it is for a yellow card. Referee over talking to John Pantusco. John not too happy about that, but I guess
The
you gotta do
ref,
what you gotta do.
is trying to control the game.
Yep.
And
Let's see if
that's
we
what
can
he's
have equal
supposed to
justice
do.
applied.
That's what he's supposed to do.
So we go back to the action now that we've given Zach Samuel his exiting papers, at least temporarily. 41 seconds left in this first half of action. Man's getting ready to strike up the band for the halftime entertainment. Number 7.
Nice trap,
Ben
Brad.
Vogel.
Too
Brad
bad.
Miller.
Too
It's
bad.
broken up again nicely by East Longmeadow. They've got a streaking player, but over it.
Great play,
Nice
Steve.
play by Steve McCall. Did a nice job breaking that up to Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey gives over to John Patrick. Brent Delano streaking down the sideline. He's got Jay Heaps out in front of him, but he'll get it back to the goalie, Buddy Clark. Buddy will settle this. And this
That's about it.
That should be it for the first half. Ball high up. Taken by John Patrick to Jason Borak. To Brad Miller. That's going to be it. So at the end of the first half of action, ladies and gentlemen, our score. And there you see the time in the bottom of your screen, our score as we go to halftime. And the band is striking up the Longmeadow Lancers 0 and the East Longmeadow Spartans 0. So we're going to go halftime right now. This is Tom Foster and Brian Edgerly and John Heaps. Thanking you for watching our first half. And there you see, if you have any comments about any of the sports here on Channel 8, you can contact us at 95 Grassy Gutter Road or call us at 567-9397. Well, I'd ask you to comment, Brian, with a band. We're not going to be able to hear you. So we're going to go to halftime. Tom Foster, Brian Edgerly, and John Heaps. Stay tuned. We'll be right back to bring you the second half of action between the East Longmeadow Spartans and the Longmeadow Lancers. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to the second half action, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tom Foster along with Brian Edgerly and John Heaps bringing you the game tonight between our Longmeadow Lancers and the East Longmeadow Spartans. And as I said before, Brian, boy, it's really nice sitting up here at this booth on a beautiful night. This is high school soccer at its best. Fans are out here. The bands are playing. Nice food, good booster clubs, both East Longmeadow and Longmeadow. Beautiful moon, full moon. I mean, what more could you ask for?
It's terrific, Tommy, and it's a tribute to the work that the people in East Longmeadow have done to put this together. In my opinion, it's the way soccer should be played. The fan following everything is so much better when you can play in the evening. Of course, normally you play this time of year, you're going to be cold.
That's right. Okay, so here we come with the ball right now for the Lancers.
It's Mark Langone.
Run of a 6 for the Lancers.
For your convenience, please support the Booster Club by your purchases. Thank you.
Okay, with the ball right now for the Lancers, Mike Kittredge, number 18. Over to number 10, Dan Kimball, who's in the game now for the Lancers.
Yeah, Johnny's made some changes here.
Yeah, he's made a lot of changes.
Yeah, he's got some kids that haven't played as much this year.
But I'm not sure.
He may be trying to shake them up a little bit.
Maybe John can tell us. Number 6 for the Lancers. We don't have him on our roster.
Brown.
Oh, Scott Brown. Okay, we don't have.
Oh,
him.
it is Scott. Okay.
Okay, because we have him listed as number 14.
Oh, okay.
So he's number 6. It looked like Scott, but different number than we have in the program. Okay, with the Lancers right now, number 18, Mike Kittredge, goes out of bounds, and it'll be East Longmeadow ball. So, Coach John Pantusco really shaking it up a little bit. He's got Scott Brown in the game and also Danny Kimball. Oh, there's a trip, but they didn't call it. I guess that was an inadvertent trip, right?
Yeah, he's got the ball. They'll let it play.
A little fight for the ball over there.
That's the right thing to do.
Okay, also into the game now for the Lancers is number 16, Mark Simon. So Mark Simon, Danny Kimball, and Scott Brown are going to try to get the Lancers turned around here as we start the second half of action. Long pass. Little header out there. Nice out of Mark Simon after the ball. And East Longmeadow has picked up the momentum similar to the way they ended that the first half of action, Brian.
Yeah, this is interesting what Johnny's done. He may be wanting to give the kids a chance to see what's going on out there by letting them watch a little bit, Tommy. Jay and some of the other kids that started.
Yeah, because Jay Heaps is not in the game at this point.
No, he isn't.
Broken up by Scott Brown. Scott up
nice,
to Lucky.
Scott, that's nice.
And quickly after it goes Danny Kimball. Danny Kimball sprints out of bounds. It'll be East Longmeadow ball. Oh, Scott Brown tried to break it up, but he falls down. Looks like they're having a problem with some of the footing out there, Brian. He gets a chance to walk in the field, but it looks like it might be a little slippery.
Part of the problem with playing in the evening, Tommy, is the grass is wet. You get dew on the grass.
Danny Kimball.
That's
nice play.
Very nice.
Nice play by 18, Mike Kittredge. Mike stays right down on it. Nice little footwork, gets it up to Lucky. Lucky tries to go between his legs, but it's broken up by number 4, Chris LeBrod. Now back comes John Patrick.
Oh, that's a beautiful ball.
A little inadvertent.
That may work.
But Tyler Work stays right down on it. It goes out of bounds, and it should be.
I'll tell you, Johnny has been such a find for Longmeadow. Have a kid like that walk in.
Really, huh?
Senior transfer like that, and that kind of a player.
So it adds to an already solid program. One of the things, I said a push up there by Mark Simon. They'll give it back to East Longmeadow, however. There's a nice shot of number 10, Danny Kimball. But just interesting enough, he's got one of his big men, Jay Heaps, on the sideline. As you said, perhaps he's letting him take a look.
Yeah.
Gets it up to Kimball. Kimball tries to split it, but it's broken up nicely by East Longmeadow. Now it's taken by Scott Brown. Scott back into the flow. Nice movement by Scott.
Very nice,
Pushed
Scott.
off the ball. Lays it up in front. Danny Kimball. Nice little chip shot by Brad Miller. Kimball stays right down on it, but again, it's broken up by East Longmeadow. Go out of bounds. It'll be Lancer ball.
That was nice stuff there.
Nice breakup that time, but that was a nice lead pass by Brad Miller and nice footwork by Scott Brown, number 6, the young freshman. Lucky Russo came over. Looks like Lucky again, slipped. First looked like he had pulled his hand, but he's okay. We also want to welcome to the booth Dick Stone, who does such a great job of the Western Mass soccer program, and Dick's coached a lot of these players, and it's due to his effort and a lot of the fans, that and a lot of the parents, that these kids are where they are. We want to thank all of you parents who participate in the Park and Rec program in both Longmeadow and East Longmeadow, because it's because of your time and effort and dedication these young players can get out and play to their top performance. Taken now by number 13, Jeff Pottle. I've got a lot of those in my street, Brian.
Oh, listen, we're very, very fortunate. We got a tremendous town of volunteers. Over 100 people involved, and volunteer coaches.
You know, I know that, you know, with you and Brian, you and Gary Martinelli were so instrumental, and now Tommy Harrelson.
Oh, Tommy's doing a great job.
A lot of time and effort, but when you see these kids out here, and I don't think there's anything more gratifying to a person to see a young kid excel in a sport and to know that you were instrumental in the foundation. Really has to do you well, and makes all those phone calls late at night and all the aggravation that, you know, Natalie had to put up with. It all comes to fruition, and it means a lot when you can see these kids right here now.
Yes, it's absolutely right, Tom.
Mike Shore booms it in the middle of the field. Brad Miller breaks it up temporarily. Now Brad stays right with it. It's broken up by Steve Jacobs. Steve likes to do some body movement out there. Steve likes to mix it up out in the field. It's going to be taken inbounded by Mark Simon.
Picked Brad's pocket there a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Back to Simon. Simon tries to keep it in bounds. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be East Longmeadow ball. I would imagine he's going to try to get Jay back in this game pretty soon. He's got to get some.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch John's timing. I mean, he's definitely going to, but it'll be interesting to see how he times it. Johnny does things for reasons. I'm sure he's got an idea in his mind as to what he wants to do.
Long inbounded pass. Okay, we got a break now. Danny Kimball. Kimball takes a smack, but he stays right in his feet. Lucky over to help out. Lucky Russo. Then bounded number 3 quickly after it, Chris Heel.
Okay.
And it's going to be...
When this boy, Kenny Bogus, comes forward, he can be very dangerous. He's got a real rocket shot. And in the first half, he played a much more defensive role. It'll be interesting to see. He seems to be playing in a little more forward position now.
Steve McCall, Brad Miller tries to head it, tries to turn the ball. But a nice defensive play by number 18, Rich Obenezer. Why do they have these hard names? Oh, nice takedown, nice slide takedown. And a nice play by number 22.
Boy, I'm surprised
Mike
if
Angelotti.
I think Mike's going to get a card for that.
And that hurts because he went out on the track, and when he went right into you can see the injured player.
That was a late hit.
Yeah, a late hit. And they're going to give a yellow card to Mike Angelotti. Boy, that hurts when you slide into that. That's like...
Yeah, here they're going to
Okay, let's take a look at it right now. Now you'll see Mike coming out of the corner of your screen. Mike Angelotti. See the ref. Get out of the way, ref. Don't touch that ball. And now you watch Mike. He's going to come in with a hook slide here.
Yeah.
Now watch this hook slide.
This is known as ball leaves, Mike hits.
Yeah. There goes the ball, and
there goes the ball,
boom. Now watch the momentum of the player take him right into the asphalt, and that has got to hurt. Now let's watch the end of the slide.
Yeah, that boy was hurt. That's unfortunate. I know Mike didn't intend to hurt him, but he just got there a little late.
Mike's not that, type of player.
No.
The trainer
Mike is anything but a dirty player.
Talking to the injured player, let's take another look at that. Now you see Mike coming in with a hook slide right here.
But, sometimes that'll happen, Tom, when a player makes a long run like Mike did across the field. He gets there a little late and he can't stop.
Right, your momentum just carries you into it. It's
inadvertent. It just carries him into the player. Boy, Mike did not intend to do that.
No. He's not that type of player. So there you see the injured player. And the injured player is number 13, Jeff Pothole. And I think a couple things. I think you could see in that last play when Jeff went up, his legs spread apart, and he probably pulled something. You can see let's take another look at it. Now you watch, as he comes in, watch Jeff Pothole's legs go completely in a V. Now watch, here comes the slide. Now watch Jeff, he gets upended. I know.
Yeah, the funny thing is that Mike just missed the ball there. He almost got the ball, and it really was a very close play. The only reason he got carded is he kept going so far.
Yeah. Now you watch Pottle, the way he comes down, he has no control, and this hurts because he comes right down on his spine, and right on that lower back. And that hurts. That really smarts. And he's still down. I don't think he hit. You can see him right now. I don't think he. It looks like he's a little dazed. His eyes are closed.
He may have hit his head too. I couldn't.
Yeah, it looked like he might have hit his head because he came down in the back of his neck too.
Access. I'm Bill Stacy from the East Longmeadow Access.
Oh, hi.
How you doing? Wonder if we could bum a dub with a tape.
When he came back, we're happy to be able to inform you that Jeff Potho is okay. He's back on the bench, and he'll be back to play again, I'm sure. And again, if you have any questions or comments about Channel 8, our sports, or anything that you'd like to see on Public Access, give us a call. The Lancers' Lucky Russo got it up to number 26, John Patrick. Todd O'Rourke quickly over to try to break it up. Back to Mike Kittredge. Lucky Russo, but East Longmeadow, as they have done very tenaciously on defense, have stayed with this Lancer team that came in with a
Look at this,
Russo.
look at this.
Russo stays with it. Lucky Russo goes in, but a nice stop by Buddy Clark.
When he brought the ball back across in town there, he hit it just a little bit too far. That was a great ball from Brad Miller.
Brad Miller, a nice assist, like you said. Mark Simon stays with it. Mark's throwing off the ball.
That's good defense right there.
Again, the Lancers come back with it. Todd O'Rourke.
Nice, Todd. Very nice touch.
Back to Miller. Miller drills it, but it goes high.
It's okay.
Buddy Clark gets hung up in the net. Maybe we can take a look at that last Lucky Russo attempt. As we search our Channel 8 memory bank. Okay, we'll see if we... It's interesting, Brian, you know, you look at the, you sort of dilly-dally out there, and like in some sports, the clock will be stopped, but it just keeps right on rolling.
Yeah, it does.
Now, is there ever a situation, Brian, where if a team was up by a goal and there's a few, minutes left, that if they intentionally, took their time, could there be a call? Would the referee say
the referee has the ability to do that. Usually they can move it along, and you're allowed a certain amount of latitude. What you'll see sometimes, Tom, is you'll see one kid come up to take a throw in, and then he'll throw it to another guy to come up and take the throw in, and they'll try that. But the referees don't let them get away with it for any length of time.
Todd O'Rourke with a nice throw in. Oh, a nice play by John Patrick. He just tried to spin with a header.
That's some possibilities.
That was a nice play by John Patrick and a nice throw in by Todd O'Rourke.
Where those balls are effective is where they come across low and hard. When the ball's popped up in the air like that, the goaltender has plenty of time to get out to it. It's hard to turn it into anything.
In the game right now is Mike Couchon for the Lancers. Yep, Mike Couchon. Ken Vargas nails it. Now, why would...
Offside.
Offside. I was going to say, sort of a nonchalant...
yeah, that
handball.
looked a little odd, didn't it?
Yeah. I think it was touching with my hand. I've had it. I'm a little bit tired.
Like Brad was one season ahead there.
Mike Shore with a nice kick. Brad Miller tries to head it. Gets it back to Danny Kimball.
A little bit too far.
It's going to be settled by Bogus.
Oh, Lackey did a nice thing. See the way he just ran right by the fullback? If he had muffed that kick back at all, Lackey would have been right there. This is a good run here.
Real nice
This
run.
is the coach's son, John Coburn.
John Coburn. Oh, no, that's not John Coburn.
Oh,
That's,
I beg your pardon. I'm sorry.
That's Rich Obenezer.
Incidentally, Rich's father is one of the founders, one of the important people in the East Longmeadow Soccer Association. They helped us get started.
That's super.
Great guy.
It's nice, Brian, too. The communication and cooperation that different communities have.
That's absolutely right. We had a lot of help from East Longmeadow when we started.
Brad Miller with the ball.
Ned Obernesser was one of the guys.
And out of the ball was Buddy Clark. Joining us now is one of the finest athletic directors in Western Massachusetts. Unfortunately, Mike Deary
thought he was
going to
say in Longmeadow.
Definitely one of the finest athletic directors in Longmeadow. Nice to see Bob D'Agostino out of the game. You did? Scott Brown is out of bounds, and it'll be East Longmeadow ball.
Scotty did that well. He just got bad luck there.
Upfield, Mike Couchon. Back to cover to Steve McCall. McCall will get it back to Kushan. No, Steve decides to take it himself up the sideline, but it's streaking. Number 9, John Coburn, the coach's son, right out in front. Oh, just to the corner of the net.
That was close.
A nice shot, but it just went wide of the net. That was... We don't have a number 2. Maybe we can find out who's number 2.
But that was dangerous. Steve McCall, who's normally one of the solidest sweepers around, had a little giveaway there, and that was
nice.
Luckily, he got away with it.
Okay, Mike Kushan. Kushan keeps it.
That's nice.
Tries to get it to number 26, John Patrick, who kicks it out of bounds, and it'll be East Longmeadow ball. Oh, he missed it. Here comes Patrick, John Patrick. No, nice move, but again, it's broken up nicely by East Longmeadow. Scott Brown into the middle. Brad Miller, a little push out there.
Not going to push Brad off the ball. That won't happen.
Off.
He will not push him off the ball.
So Brad Miller stays tough. He's a tough kid.
Very strong on the ball. I think we're playing better, Tom. I think we've picked it up a notch.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Now you watch Brad Miller. Is going to get the ball here. But he'll break out of the pack. And you can see him trying to push up. And Brad Miller says, hey, buddy, give me a break. You're not going to knock me off the ball. So it's back to the action. Lancers with it. But East Longmeadow again controls.
Nice trap, Steve.
Nice play by Steve McCall. Here comes Chris Fischerelli.
We got the numbers up. Look at all the white shirts there.
Scott Brown stays with it. It's going to be East Longmeadow ball.
That was good.
Chris Fischerelli.
It's all Scotty wants to do there is just delay the play so the other guys can get back.
Whoa, what a toss. That's rather acrobatic. Looked like Steve Miller out there. So Mike Shore, interesting toss. I've seen John Heaps do that several times. Never on the soccer field, though. Over to help out, number 24, Steve McCall, but it's broken up by Steve Jacobs. And it'll be
we got the
Longbundle Lancer ball, Todd O'Rourke. We have 26 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second half of action in the scoreless tie. Beautiful East Longmeadow. Brad Miller stays right down on it. He's tripped. There's no call. Scott Brown over.
Oh,
look at this Lucky
ball.
Russo.
That's a great
look at that
ball.
speed on Lucky Russo. He'll try to turn right now. Try a little juke to move there. Lucky stays. Now breaks off. Taken off the ball by Chris LeBrod. Lucky's arguing that he was pushed off, but they're not going to call it. So here comes Lucky Russo.
Boy, I'll tell you, Tom, the longer this goes, the more that save of Mike Shores is big.
Really? Lucky Russo can't understand why he didn't get the ball. It's going to be a goal kick. Lucky's not too happy. Still talking to the
Jay
ref.
Heaps is back in, and got Brent Delano up front now.
Okay, so Jay Heaps, they try to get some firepower in here.
That's ours.
Ball goes off John Patrick, and they give it to the Longmeadow Lancers. It had to go off number 10, Ed Hillier. So Brent Delano will inbounds it. He's trying to get the Lancers going here. Jay Heaps back into the game. Up to Lucky Russo. Lucky takes a push off, but it'll continue to be the Longmeadow Lancer ball. Brent Delano will inbound it. 25 minutes and 5 seconds. In a hard-fought game. This had not been a...
Oh, big throw-in.
Nice throw-in. Taken by John Patrick. Oh, almost.
Thought we had one there.
That time Todd O'Rourke came over after a nice hit by John Patrick, but he wasn't able to take it. And Buddy Clark, one of the things you mentioned at the beginning of the game, Brian, was if Buddy Clark's hot, he's tough to, he's tough to get going. Oh, they're going to call instruction on Jay Heaps. Jay doesn't like that at all.
Jay didn't like the call, but...
I'd like to take a look at that. I don't see what the obstruction was there.
I think I might have seen Jay's elbow in that guy's face. I'm not sure.
I told you, he's dirty like his father. Cute like his mother and dirty like his father. Okay, here comes the look at it. Now let's see where the infraction occurs. Okay, right there you see Jay. He's sort of he was doing a little dance with him.
You couldn't see it real well there, but...
Brad Miller back to the live action.
That could have been nice. Tried for the backyard.
Long blast downfield. Mark Simon. Nice header by Simon to Mike Kushan. But East Longmeadow will control this ball. Nice slide that time by Steve McCall. Quickly over is Mark Simon. Mark falls. East Longmeadow controls right out in front. This could be dangerous, but a nice break up that time by number 24, Steve McCall.
Oh, look
nice
at this.
kick
Great ball,
to
John.
Brent Delano. John Patrick did a nice clearing shot that time. Brent Delano pushed in the back. They're finally going to call it. It's about time. Brent Delano didn't like that at all. He says the ref, it's about time.
I thought they might play advantage there, Tom, because Brent had the ball right at his feet. Sometimes the ref will let him play. But we got the call, and that's the important thing. That's a good ball.
Long boot
That's
by
a
John
great
Patrick.
ball.
To Todd O'Rourke. The goalie slipped. Oh,
great
boy, I'll
save.
tell you. The goalie slipped, and as he slipped,
That
he
was
stuck
a
that right
great
arm out
save.
and made a nice save. Buddy Clark. Clutch
Boy,
save by Clark.
Boy, did John Patrick hit a beautiful ball
Beautiful.
there.
Mike Ushan, one header to another. McCall over to settle it. Scott Brown. Scott Brown rules around. Right back to Brown. Brown's got Lucky Russo.
Another great ball.
But here comes, nice play again by Buddy Clark. Like you said, he is hot. Clark turns around, but in that time, that was a nice heads-up move by
Putting some
Brent
pressure
Delano.
on now, Tom.
He saw Buddy Clark.
We've definitely picked it up a notch.
The intensity, you can feel the intensity, you can feel the electricity. It's starting to build here.
Well, I'll tell you,
Oh, you saw that little punch after the play.
John Patrick is real. John, get out of there.
That time, number 10, definitely, Ed Hellier threw a shot. That was a cheap shot. Ed Hellier threw a shot, and when he was down on the ground, there was no call for that.
Picked up the wrong guy.
Absolutely kicked out the wrong guy. All John Patrick was doing was going over to try to settle it down. There was definitely a shot thrown by Ed Hellier.
I think he's
You don't like to see that.
he's just going to talk to him. That's all.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. He's reaching into his sock.
I think. Okay. And you can see Hellier still jawing at John Patrick. So both of them will get cards.
No, they're not. Well, let's see. I guess he is. I don't know why. John didn't do anything.
I don't know what
No, he didn't. He didn't.
No, they didn't. Well, they held up the card. What does that mean?
To the East Longmeadow kid.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't to...
Let's take a look at this. We're going to take a look at this instant replay right now. Now you see the ball up. Now there's the header. Now watch. Now here's Hellier. He falls down. Now watch this shot. He gives him a little shot right here. Watch. He's going to take his right hand. Oh, he missed it. Okay, we weren't right by it. But as he had him down on the ground, he held him with one and came back and hit him with a shot with his right hand. And there you see the referee talking to Coach John Coburn, explaining the infraction.
Well, you know, they're kids, and boys will be boys sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the referees are out there for, is to control it. And I think they're doing a pretty good job.
Well, they got some rather vocal fans here, that's for sure.
This is a big rivalry.
Yeah.
The East Longmeadow kids are really up for this. I think our kids are now, too.
The young lady with the ponytail, she's going to have a sore throat tonight, no question about
You're
it.
going to get some of that stuff.
Oh, sure.
It's inevitable when two teams like this play one another.
Nice shot of John Patrick, smiling at the camera. He said, "Hi, Mom. It's me, John. Wish you were here with me, Mom. Matter of fact, they're over in the stands. Hi, Mom." John turns so everybody can see his number 26. Okay, let's get back to the action. The referee is...
See, part of the psychology and the referee slowing things down is just to let things settle a little bit. And that's the right thing to do.
Okay, and here we are, back to the live action. Brent Delano, taken by number 5, Doug Steele. Steve McCall, Jay Heaps.
Oh, that was nice by Steve. Nice.
And here comes Todd O'Rourke. Todd, he tried to get it to Lucky Russo. I think they're going to be offsides, Brian?
Yep.
It's going to be an offside call against Longmeadow, so East Longmeadow will take it over. 22 minutes left in the game.
Tom, we're much more effective bringing the ball down now. We're making some openings, which we weren't doing in
nice
the first
move by
half.
Brad Miller. Excellent
Hey,
move.
look at this.
He's got Lucky in front. Lucky Dukes turns around.
Boy, Luck just
Lucky tried to wait and get the ball to Jay
That
Heaps.
was
He had a bad
bad.
angle.
Yeah,
He saw Jay was coming on the wing and had a better angle. But it was a nice breakup by East Longmeadow, Brian.
Yeah, it was bad luck. Lucky had a good shot there. He just didn't turn it quite enough.
Todd O'Rourke was a nice header, but it went out of bounds. East Longmeadow will inbound it now. Long pass that should be taken by the Lancers. John Patrick back to Steve McCall. McCall up to the middle to Lucky Russo. Lucky looks for his wings, looks for some help. Tries to get it to Brad Miller. Brad has a nice spin move, but he isn't able to collect with the ball. Todd O'Rourke, Lucky Russo. Jay Heaps tries to come with a slide. Tackle. Way up in the air. This is a nice ball. But it goes a nice play that time by Steve McCall. Back over to Brent Delano. Delano into the inside. Mike Shore be forced to come out of the net and take this ball. Staring him in the face is John Coburn. Brent Delano tries to head it backwards, but it's going to be taken by East Longmeadow. Nice play by Lucky Russo, but it'll still be East Longmeadow ball. With the ball right now, number 4, Chris LeBrod, gives it up. Inbounded by number 16, Jeff Machetto. Todd McCall.
Nice move.
Steve McCall
bad luck.
came up with a nice move, but the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be East Longmeadow ball. Inbounding the ball will be...
This is the boy that does that rollover when he throws.
Yeah, this is a great move. Now watch this move. Here he goes, Joe Pachetto. Oh, I like that. That's awesome. I got to teach my wife Karen how to do that. Let's see if we can take a look at this aerobatic throw-in. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But right now, the Lancers trying to keep that ball out of their defensive end. Broken up nicely by the Lancers. Scott Brown, nice play by Scott, keeps it in bounds. A nice slide dodge by East Longmeadow. Scott does a little tip of the foot, off it goes. There's a takedown. Scott does a little push in the back on John Coburn.
Scott did that very well.
Real nice job by Scott.
He hung right in there.
Brad Miller, Todd O'Rourke. Todd jukes it at midfield. Jay Heath streaking down the sideline, but it's broken up again by East Longmeadow.
Scott Brown's another freshman.
Yeah, Scott Brown,
nice.
Robbie Patterson, some really good freshman players on the Longmeadow side. Going to go out of bounds. I'm glad I went out of bounds. I want to see Joe Pachetto do that move again. But instead it's going to be Scott Brown. No, Scott, this is the regular move. Lay it down into the corner. There's no East Longmeadow players there to help out. Steve McCall goes out in the middle. And it's got to get over there and break that up. Get it back to shore. Nice play by Steve McCall. Gets up all the way down.
All the way back over there and made that
play. Nice play by Steve. Brad Miller pushes off. Gets some room. Brad stays with it. Brad downfield. Going to be taken by Lucky Russo.
Yeah, it was offside. Good call.
He was offside. Lucky was offside.
That
I think he's saying he's arguing. I think he's saying he was pushed offside, Brian.
Oh, I couldn't tell what.
Yeah, he's arguing pretty vehemently. Jay's also arguing, but
he was definitely
regardless, it's all for naught. Now they get it to Joe Pachetto. Broken up by Brown. Brown, Pachetto stays with it. Collision out there, taken by Brent Delano. Brent back to. Here comes Bogus. He's tripped. They're going to give it to. They're going to give it to Longmeadow.
Ken Bogus has a very nice way about him. You see, he didn't get up. None of that nonsense. He's a terrific
Kenny
player.
Bogus.
Good kid.
Wait for some help. Jay Heaps comes over to try to help out, but it's going to be taken by East Longmeadow, number 19, Mark McMurray. In the middle, Mark Simon turns it. Nice play. Scott Brown now will try to settle this ball down, get it up in the offensive end. Nice play by Scott. Nice movement by Scott. Scott to Lucky Russo. Lucky will now break it off. He's got Brent Delano on his wing, but it's going to be taken by number 2, Chris Rochelle. Steve McCall overheads it. East Longmeadow back. Mike Shore, he's got to be careful. Oh! That was a tough one. He went too high on that, though, Brian.
That was dangerous. Woo.
That time when Mike came out, see who took that shot. That was number 5, Doug Steele. Doug had an open net to his right.
Johnny's brought in Zach Sample for Brent Delano at left wing here.
Okay, so they bring in young Zach Sample. It's funny, Zach and Jay Heaps look a lot alike.
They do.
They're small, they're compact, but they both have good techniques,
yeah,
good skills.
Scott Kittredge, too. I can't tell Scott.
You know, another thing about it, Brian, they're both, all those kids on it, they're nice kids. And you're really proud to be associated with these young kids. They're nice kids, and they give 110% all the time. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I love to get out here and broadcast these games, just to see these kids and watch the way they perform, and it's well worth it. Oh, Brad Miller takes a shot, but he stays with it, but East Longmeadow will get it back.
Yeah, he got fouled.
He got hit. So with 16 minutes and 8 seconds, the Lancers got to get something going here. East Longmeadow has played with a lot of intensity tonight. He's done a nice job staying with this potent Longmeadow offense.
I do think we're outplaying them right now, Tom. But we got to score. It doesn't make any difference if we outplay them if we don't score.
Exactly. Steve McCall, nice kick. Right out front. Oh, but a nice breakout. Miller pushed off of the ball. Oh, there's a trip on Todd O'Rourke. They don't call it, though.
Go.
Oh, boy, Todd O'Rourke just missing. Todd is upset. There was definitely...
He was asking for a penalty there.
Oh, he was tripped. There's no question about it. I don't know about this referee. I don't know what his definition is of trip. I think he should take a look at some of this film and see if he can define tripping for us. I thought
that was an interesting call because
I'd like to see that again.
It looked as though what he was doing, when the referee extends his hands out like he did there, it usually indicates he's playing advantage. But you don't play advantage in the penalty area. It'd be a penalty kick.
Now, for the non-soccer fans, explain what you mean by advantage.
Well, it means just like in hockey. If there's a penalty in hockey, you get a...
okay, let's take a look at this.
If you can see it maybe here.
Let's take a look at this last play. Okay, now you'll see.
Okay, see it right there?
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now look at the referee to the right there. See his arms extended?
Yeah.
That normally means he's saying play on, just like you would in a hockey game. If the referee calls a penalty, he raises his hand.
Yeah,
and
there's
he
his
doesn't
arms
blow the
extended.
whistle until the team that has the puck loses it.
Now watch this takedown. Okay.
Yeah,
But excellent camera coverage by our Channel 8
I'm
crew.
not sure what his intention was there. But you don't play advantage in the penalty area. If there's a foul that would warrant a penalty kick, you give the penalty kick.
But he didn't call it, so we're back to there you see it one more time.
But he may have something in his mind that I'm not
Now watch
aware
this.
of.
There it is right there. Ba-boom. He's taken down right there. You can see him in the middle of the screen. And like you said, you see the referee's arms extended. Right now, their arms will come out, but we'll have to ask him about that, Brian.
But
anyway, back to the live action. You know, it's interesting. Everybody says back to live action. Have you ever seen dead action? Mike Couchon gets it up. Lucky Russo.
Oh, nice trap, Lucky.
Lucky sees Jay. Lays it up to Jay. Whoop, Jay takes it in the nose.
Needs some help.
Okay, now he gets some help down there. Jay stays with it. Nice play by Jay. Stays right with it. He's upended now. There's that. Jay's a little upset. Jay's getting...
Oh, he got tripped. He beat that one kid, and he had the second kid beat too.
Now, again, the referee didn't call it.
Then he got tripped, but the referee got it.
Yep. Okay, Steve McCall. They see the ball waiting to be kicked. Ouch. But again, East Longmeadow playing tenacious defense tonight. Number 5, Doug Steele with the ball right now. Started by Mike Couchon. Over to Steve Jacobs. Gets back to number 12, Kevin Drent.
That was
Mark
nice,
Simon, nice breakup by Mark Simon. But we've only got 12 minutes and 53 seconds. There's got to get some firepower started pretty soon here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what John does at the end of the game here, if he brings more guys forward.
Mark Simon did a nice job coming up, trying to help out, but East Longmeadow again stays with it. Number 5, Doug Steele. Mark Simon pushes off the ball, tries to get it up. Jay Heaps.
See Jay turn. Oh, that's Todd O'Rourke.
Todd O'Rourke.
That was he
Now
turned
Todd's
that guy
got
out.
Lucky Russo, lays it out for him. Nice pass. Buddy Clark comes right out of the net and takes it. Nice play by Buddy Clark.
Pass wasn't quite there, but Todd made a nice run up the field. He's
really
not very happy with himself, I'm sure. He would like to have had that a little closer to Lackey's foot. I'll tell you, John's winning every head ball in the middle of the field. You watch him.
Yeah,
man.
he has. Okay, now Lucky. A one man to beat. But it's taken by
Oh, that was
Scott
nice
Brown.
by
Nice play by Scott. Tries to get it back out. Scott
Still got it.
to Lucky. Lucky in front. Out in front.
Still got it.
Little square dancing going on out there. Trip to Balloon My Darling. Another trip, but referees are very liberal tonight.
Oh,
he's
look at
got
this
Jay.
ball.
Oh, a nice play. Jay Heaps. Oh, and a nice play by Buddy Clark. Stays with it. Zach Samuel. Lucky Russo. Scott Brown. Scott tries to turn it. It goes high. Oh, it just goes over the outstretched arm. That was a nice play by the goalie, Buddy Clark.
Well,
Jay
I'd like to
was
see a
right
replay
there.
on that, Tom.
That was
chip,
beautiful.
The chip that we put up there was absolutely gorgeous.
That was a beautiful play. Jay Heaps came streaming down. Okay, here comes the end of this play. Now watch. You'll see the shot go on goal by Zach Samuel.
Buddy Clark makes a great play there.
Yep,
he
he
comes
sure
out
does.
and smothers Jay.
Now
Jay
the ball goes over to the side. Now watch this nice chips out here by Scott Brown. Turns, left foot, over the outstretched arms, and just gets up to the crossbar and over.
Yep, that was nice stuff.
A nice play by Buddy Clark, but good. Now the Lancers are trying to pick it up offensively. You can feel that momentum.
Oh, yeah.
But here comes East Longmeadow, Steve McCall. Ball goes out of bounds, and on the East Longmeadow ball with 10 minutes and 50 seconds.
That was the best opportunity we had. Normally, Jay would have buried that, but Buddy made a great play.
He certainly did. He came right out. He cut down that angle perfect, and he didn't allow Jay to get any much velocity on the ball either. And there's that throw by Joe Pichetto, the acrobatic throw-in. It's a high shot. They got to be careful of this. The header, John Patrick. John Patrick. Oh, that ball's high, and
Johnny's great in the air.
At least he kicked the field goal that time. 3 points. It's 3 points.
John scored a beautiful goal against Comp with a header.
Now we're only going to give you 3. You Longmeadow fans wanted 3 points for that field goal attempt. So we have a goal kick now. Taking the kick will be Steve McCall. Steve McCall kicks the ball. Now he's going to try to get it all. Jay Heap streaking from the sideline.
Went out.
Okay, they said it went out of bounds. So it'll be East Longmeadow ball.
Hey, this is looking more and more like a tie.
Yeah, it sure is. Now, is there a tiebreaker in high school?
No.
No tiebreaker.
Colleges play 2 15-minute overtimes, but high school you don't.
Oh, Zach Samuel. The ball goes out of bounds, and it should be Longmeadow ball. That was a nice play by Samuel. He tried to get it up to Jay Heaps, but he was unsuccessful in doing so. But the Lancers quickly get it in bounds. Todd O'Rourke. Nice header by Simon.
Yeah, he went in late.
No, he went in late, so it'll be East Longmeadow ball. 9 minutes and 14 seconds in the final half of action. Tom Foster, John Heaps, Brian Edgerly, and Dick Stone up in the booth bringing you tonight's action between the Longmeadow Lancers and East Longmeadow Spartans. And a great tribute to high school soccer, as many fans have come out on a beautiful summer night. It feels like a summer night.
It does.
Even though it's the middle of the fall. The foliage is at its peak, and this is one of the nicest times of year when you're proud to be in New England. Of course, in 2 months, you're going to wish you were in California. Okay, right now with the ball, Todd O'Rourke, he'll inbound it. 8 minutes and 34 seconds. O'Rourke is a push-off on Miller. Brad stays right with, though. Brad's a tough kid. Nice breakup. Scott Brown, broken up. Patrick missed the header that time. Miller right with it.
We got it.
Now watch Brad. Brad says, it's time for me to take over here. But a nice breakup. Beautiful breakup by Chris LeBrod. Todd O'Rourke. O'Rourke stays right on top. It stays down on the ball. Gets it into the inside, into the middle. Back out. My main man, Robbie Patterson in the game. Robbie's after. Oh!
Oh,
I don't know what that call was.
It was offside.
Offsides on Longmeadow. Robbie Patterson, number 15.
So you can tell where the offside was, Tom, by seeing where the referee places the ball. There's somebody right in the middle of the field that was off.
So the Lancers right now.
That was a good opportunity. That's too bad.
Right now, you look out in the field, they've got 3 freshmen on the field, Jay Heaps, Robbie Patterson, and Scott Brown. All friends of my daughter Courtney, and Courtney wishes all of her freshman friends the best of luck. Scott Brown trying to get that head. Mark Simon, Robbie Patterson. Robbie moves. Good move by Robbie. Right down the sideline. He goes out of bounds. Good speed by Robbie. Try to keep it in.
Robbie's very fast.
Robbie doesn't want to give the ball back, though.
You watch how quick Robbie's feet are. He has very, very quick feet. He can move little movements very deceptively. He's a tough little kid, too, so
yeah,
he can stand up to
a funny little kid, too.
Varsity punishment.
Great personality, my buddy Robbie. So 6 minutes and 45 seconds, and that clock is ticking precariously away.
Well, I'll tell you, Tom, it's been a good game. Despite the fact that there's been no goals yet, I hope we'll get one anyway from Longmeadow. But
Miss Patterson.
Oh, that was
nice play
That
up to
was
John
nice.
Patrick. Patrick staying down on it. Patrick
John's
stays
got
with it. John still got it. Nice move. John stays right down on it. Oh, they're going to call East Longmeadow ball. A push off on John Patrick.
Bogus is tough. That was Kenny Bogus.
Yeah, Kenny
defending
Bogus
there.
is a real
He's
tough
tough
player.
to beat one-on-one.
So Bogus will inbound.
But when you watch John go forward like that, you have to remember he's a fullback.
Yeah.
And still able to protect the ball and dribble it very nicely.
Nice play, Mark Simon. Wards off, but Simon stays right on it. Scott Brown. It's going to be controlled by East Longmeadow. Go out of bounds. It'll be Longmeadow ball. 5 minutes and 46 seconds. This is shaping up to be a tie, Brian. As someone can get Brad Miller. Got it. Robbie Patterson. Robbie. Now what's this call going to be? We're going to get back to East Longmeadow. Brad doesn't like that, but it's going to be back to East Longmeadow. 5 minutes and 25 seconds. Kenny Bogus. Nice boom. Nice foot. He's kicked out of bounds.
That
Mike
was a smart
Bouchon.
thing to do.
Yep, nice play by Mike Bouchon.
What you don't want to do is give the ball away in your own third of the field, and Mark did the right thing.
Now the Lancers are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, aren't they, Ryan?
Yes, I think that's true. It's just a question of where we get placed.
Here comes Joe Pichetto. Guy is awesome. I like it. Here comes Miller. Miller to Jay Heaps, but it's broken up nicely by East Longmeadow. Stevie Jacobs is out of bounds. Let's see.
I was talking to John about it a few days ago, and he guesses he's going to be somewhere around 5. And which, if it does, it means we'll have to travel. You see, there's a couple teams from the western part of the state, Pittsfield, for instance, that probably will get seated higher than we will.
So we'll have to travel to Pittsfield.
They don't play the same schedule we do, but...
Okay, Scott Brown. Scott's had a good night tonight.
Scott is
Came in
playing
late
very, very
in the
well.
second half. Now look at him hold him.
Yeah.
They were all over him. John Coburn was right in his pants. But again, another little trip there. Finally, the referee calls it. Call the push-off on Todd O'Rourke. So Todd, nice play by Todd. So the Lancers now.
This is getting to be about it here. We got to do something
Steve
quick.
McCall up to John Patrick. Patrick tries to get it to Heaps.
I'd like to see Brad carry the ball here.
No, but again, as they've done all game long, McCall.
I think East Longmeadow's hanging on right now.
Yeah, they really are. Mark Simon looks over his shoulder.
So you look how many guys they're coming for. They've only got a couple guys coming
Well,
forward.
they got a guy right out front. Still with the ball. Oh, nice play by Mark Simon.
That was a nice tackle.
And they didn't like it. He came over and pushed him down. Come on, ref. Let's get with a game plan here.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
He's going to card him, too,
I think he should card him. It was an intentional push. It was clearly intentional. Yep, they're going to give him a card. And like you said, he's got to go out of the game, right, Brian? Whenever you're carded, you must go
I
out of
don't
the game.
think the yellow cards mean anything in high school. In college,
Let's take a look at this right now.
in college soccer, if you get 5 yellow cards, you have to sit out the next game.
All right, now you see Steve McCall going over after the ball. You see, now watch Mark Simon come out of the
He comes
side right
in
now.
This is a nice slide tackle right here.
Look at, nice play by.
Timed up beautifully.
Now watch Mark. Mark will get up and you'll see.
Yeah, he gets a little frustrated.
And watch this. Now you'll see. Now you see frustration. Rear its ugly head. Watch this. Okay, Mark, I don't like what you did to me, so I'm going to pull you down. Okay. That's number 6, Mark Langoni, the offending player. So Mark will sit out for a little while. But again, like you say, you know, this is sports. You get frustrated, and you like to vent your emotions. But there's only 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go here. McCall back to shore. Mike needs a nice long high kick. Get something started here. Get that ball bouncing. Goes to Lucky. Nice save.
That's
Back into the
nice,
net.
Steve.
Oh, nice play by John Patrick to Lucky. Lucky tries to turn it.
Here's something.
Nope, Jay gets pushed off the ball, but Jay stays right with it. Tries to turn that corner. Jay stays with it. He's pushed. Gets it out in front to Lucky. Ball lays out in front, but again, East Longmeadow controls it.
Jay did very
Back to
well to
Mike
get that ball
Bouchard.
across the middle.
To John Patrick. And a nice defensive play that time by number 9, John Colburn, the coach's son. Scott Brown controls. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Longmeadow ball with 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Quickly up to Lucky. Lucky tries to turn. Heads it to Samuel. Samuel looks inside. Backs off. Gets it back to Lucky. Oh, Lucky was
boy,
cutting, too. That was a nice
and Lucky was in.
He had Lucky there. Oh, nice play by O'Rourke to Miller. Miller tries to settle it. Stays on the ball. Miller still with it. Miller tries to turn with his left foot. It goes out of bounds. You can see Brad Miller's frustrated. He wanted to go with that, but it was a nice kick on his left foot. Minute 50. This could be a tie game, Brian.
Well, I'll tell you, I think it's been a great game.
It really has.
It's an example sometimes, Tom, that people feel you have to see a lot of goals in order to see a good soccer game. And I don't think that's true. Yeah, there's been a lot of up and downs, been several good goal-scoring opportunities. You had a great save by Mike Shore on a penalty kick. You had a great save by Buddy Clark when Jay was in all alone on him. So
yeah,
there's been some good stuff here.
So there you see the coach. There's Zach Samuel. Samuel up to Miller. Miller to Lucky. Lucky tries to turn the corner. Lucky stays with it. Going to try a kick. Oh, a nice defensive play by East Longmeadow.
We got a corner.
It's going to be a corner kick. It's a critical corner kick coming up now for the Lancers. Lucky Russo will be taking that corner kick. Lancers stack up in front. Todd O'Rourke, John Patrick, Zach Samuel, Scott Brown, Jay Heaps, and Brad Miller will try to head this ball in. Back in the defensive side of the ball. There it is. Jay turns it. Nice defensive play, but stays in front. Still going for it. There's the handball. Miller.
Yeah, I tell you, it was close, wasn't it?
Oh, that really looked like a handball to me, Brian.
Well, trust me, Tom, no referee is going to give a handball unless it's clear at this time in the game.
Right out in front. Samuel, Scott Brown.
There's a chance for Brad
Miller. Oh, just goes wide and then it goes out of bounds. A nice play.
Great shot.
Nice shot. I'll tell you, yeah, watch how long. Like I said, this is a situation where they're going to take their time. 22 seconds. I'm impressed by...
I know that John Colburn would like to win, but I got to believe that he's got to be happy with the way his kids played tonight.
Really. Scott Brown turns it. Goes out of... Save. This is going to be a tie game. Hey, here's a breakaway.
No, it's over. It's over.
It's over. A tie. There's the clock. And it goes over. And it starts the way it began, with a shot just to the outstretched hands of Mike Shore.
Well, I'll tell you, it was great. Our kids played a good second half, I thought, Tom. They came back after having a very mediocre first half, by their standards anyway. They came back and played very well in the second half. We just were unlucky. We couldn't put the ball in the hole. We had many more chances than East Longmeadow did in the second half.
Absolutely.
But Buddy Clark made some good saves, and
he really did.
It's a tie game. But,
and like you said, Ryan, I mean, this is what high school sports are all about. You know,
this was a good soccer game.
4-9, the other 9-4, and both teams played hard. I don't think either team has anything to be ashamed of. Now the Longmeadow Lancers will go into their playoff season, and East Longmeadow will end their season tonight, and I think they've ended their season on a high note. Talking to some of the players of this year's Longmeadow Lancers soccer team, tonight was their last game, and now they go into the playoffs. And I think one of the main reasons for the Lancers having the success that they've had this year is their new coach, Coach John Pantusco. And of course, the name Pantusco is synonymous with good soccer here in Western Massachusetts. A long line of soccer coaches. John's brother coaches at Cathedral. And as I said, the name Pantusco is synonymous with class and synonymous with soccer in Western Mass. And John, first of all, this is the first time I've had a chance to meet you, and I want to welcome you to the Longmeadow soccer program, and I want to thank you on behalf of the community and the boosters for the great job you've done with the kids this year. And John, how does it feel? Would you come a little closer because my microphone goes so far? How does it feel in terms of you know, this being your first? I guess it's your first head coaching job, isn't it?
Well, I was a JV head coach job, but nothing compares to this. Every day is thrilling. Every game is emotionally up and down. It's completely exciting and a lot more than I expected. It's been incredible.
How much feedback do you get and interaction you get with your brothers? You know, do you guys like sit around the kitchen table once in a while and kibitz about the different kids and different programs?
We talk all the time. My brother Lou, who coaches at Babson College, he's the assistant there, calls up twice a week. We talk about soccer. My brother Joe, I see him a couple times a week. We had a match at Springfield College. We went at it. I got the best of it this year. He's been my biggest supporter, and he's an opponent, but he's still my biggest supporter. He's helping me out all the time.
Great. Now, as you look at this year's program, you know, you came in and you had a lot of young freshmen. I mean, you got to be impressed with the way the freshmen, Jay Heaps and Scott Brown and Robbie Patterson, and you know, you've got a blend of seniors. You know, the leader and Brad Miller and some of these other seniors we're going to be bringing on, and it seems like it must have been a challenge for you as a coach to try to blend the young and the new.
Oh, you know the players is better than I do, I guess. Here, it hasn't been a challenge at all. They've fit in completely with each other throughout the whole year. There has been not one bit of team dissension. As far as I know, no one talks behind each other behind their backs. When I call somebody from the bench, everybody on the bench is cheering for them to go on in. It's been 100% effort. It hasn't been a challenge. That's been the best part of my year, is that they're a great group of guys and we all get along very well together.
Great. And it seems that the seniors are helping out the freshmen, and yet the freshmen will, you know, give that interjection of, you know, the young vitality. And it seems it's been a good mix. And it seems like just watching the team a few times that I have, that there's a lot of unity in that team, a lot of spirit, and a lot of camaraderie.
We've got the senior personalities. They're strong, and the little guys look up to them. But then we play scrimmage games, and little guys do not back down at all. The freshmen are taking on the seniors, and they're pushing each other around, and they're really battling it out. The seniors have welcomed the freshmen. They put their arms around them and taken them in. And you know, Jay Heaps is our leading goal scorer, so we better welcome him. we won't be where we are right now.
Great. And speaking of your senior players, why don't we bring them on one at a time, John? If we just got to move up a little bit more here, our camera, we're getting out of range here. And why don't you bring them on one at a time and talk a little bit about them.
Okay, Brett House, come on up here.
Brett, welcome. Congratulations on a good season. And maybe you can describe a little bit about Brett, what he's done this year.
Okay, Brett's come a long way from the first practices during preseason until yesterday. As far as I'm concerned, he had the best practice of his life yesterday. He played real well. He's out there every single day. Although he doesn't get a real lot of playing time, he hasn't missed a practice. And he's one of the greatest leaders when it comes to being a spark, and he pats everybody on the back. He's been incredible encouragement for the young guys, and when we put him in there, he's 110%.
Great.
So I'm really happy to have Brett with us.
Great. And Brett, how's it feel playing for a new coach? You played under Ron Morissette, and you got a new coach this year, and how's that been?
I think he's a really good coach. He's really helped the team, I think, a lot, and I think that I've learned a lot from him. And I think, you know, he's got a lot of experience, which helps a lot, you know, in the soccer field. And I've been to his camp before, so, you know, I think he's helped the team considerably.
Great. Well, good luck, and good luck in the playoffs. Okay, your next player coming out. Again, we got to get a little bit closer.
Okay, I'm ready. We'll step up. Why not?
We'll step up. Step up to the camera.
Matt
Okay.
Shaw.
Okay,
Matt,
Matt
come
Shaw.
on out here, Matt.
Matt, good game tonight.
Matt played very good. Matt plays extremely hard every time he's in the game. As a matter of fact, before he goes into the game, I have to tell him, Matt, take a couple deep breaths, relax, control yourself, don't go too crazy. His energy level is enormous. As soon as we get to practice, he's sprinting against the freshmen. He's racing them all the time. He's in awesome shape. He does thousands of sit-ups, push-ups, and he's
Also a great wrestler.
He's also a great wrestler. I do not want to wrestle with him, although he's challenged me many times.
Great.
Well, I'm a little smarter. Age brings on wisdom, but Matt has been playing super for us all year.
Great. Matt, good season, and we'll see you again in wrestling, right?
Yep.
We're going to hope to have a good season. The team will hopefully have a good season, but I'm glad to be playing for Coach Mantu.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we went to our break, we were interviewing some of the seniors who have been leaders on this team for Coach John Pantusco, And John, your next senior leader.
This is Mike Gottfried. Mike, they call Mike the Animal. He's
The animal, huh? All right.
You
Looks
can
like a
tell
little
he-
raccoon here. I like that, too. I wish I could do that. That's why I have to wear a hat, Mike.
Mike, also another one of those guys that works extremely hard, push-ups, sit-ups, runs hard. Gotten, I think, maybe the most out of Mike that we can. He when he plays in the games, he's all over people. We play and give him a hard time, and he's all over them. He attacks them. He gives them a hard time. Actually, he runs himself into the ground. He gets so tired. He plays so hard. So, Mike.
Is that why your socks are so dirty, Mike?
Yeah.
Did you have fun playing tonight?
Yeah, it was a rough game, but
Well, you would have liked to come out with a win, though, right?
yeah, we needed to win, but we'll live with the tie, I guess.
You live with a tie, and then that gives you at least some incentive to go in and win all the games in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, we're hoping to go in the playoffs strong.
Great. Well, good luck, and thanks for season at Longmeadow. Okay, your next player.
Mark Simon.
Got a lot of wrestlers on this team, huh? Is that they like to wrestle in those goals? Mark, welcome.
It's the skinny guys, the skinny little scrappy guys that you think aren't made of anything, that are
Oh, come on, watch him
they're all
wrestle.
iron. He's all steel. At the beginning of the year, and I hope Mark doesn't mind me saying this, I said to him, Mark, you're not going to play a real lot. If you decide not to play for me, I'll understand. You're probably going to be sitting on the bench a real lot. Mark said, I want to play soccer for Longmeadow, and he has played probably half of every game, maybe even more. Every time I put him in there, he covers one of the toughest players on the other team. He plays in the back. Solid all the time, doesn't make mistakes. I have no doubt and no fear of putting Mark in whenever I need somebody to play some very tough defense. He's been probably the most improved player on our team this year. I'm really very proud of him.
Congratulations for that, Mark. And I imagine, Mark, that all this running back and forth and all this has got to get you ready when you go right into wrestling season, right?
Yeah, I'll be in shape. I'll be ready.
Great. Well, we want to congratulate you. As the coach said, it's nice to know that there's kids out there with that type of dedication. I'm sure that a lot of that comes from in here. You get that from wrestling, and it emanates itself on the soccer field. And good luck in the playoffs coming up. And we'll see you in the wrestling season.
You're welcome.
Okay, your next player.
Jason Borick. Come on over here, Jason.
Oh, and I can see his mom and dad, his proud parents, standing over there. Obviously, he gets his good looks and his athleticism from his mom. His father gives him all his nice clothes to wear.
Jason is probably one of the team favorites. Everyone likes to joke around with Jason, especially me. And I guess if he ever got mad at me, look at the size of him, he might be able to take care of me. He came into the beginning of the year. I said, oh boy, who's this big slow kid? I said, I don't know if I even want to put him on the field. Since then, he's been trimming down. He's lean. He's tough. He's ferocious. He's completely dedicated. Hasn't missed 1 second of any practice this year. He's played in every game, started every game, and once again, a totally improved player. He's hard. He's very hard. He runs through people, and I'm glad he's in the back for us.
Great. Jason, congratulations. A good season. And I was going to ask you a question, seeing your mom staring there looking at. Matter of fact, I'd rather get your mom in here. She's a lot better looking than your father. But anyway, Jason, it seems that tonight there was a lot of pushing going on out there.
Yeah, there was.
A lot of hard hitting.
Yeah.
But you got a few licks in yourself, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It was hard hitting out there. It was cheap. The refs weren't good. Other than that.
But other than that, what the heck?
We're kind of mad we tied. It was actually a loss, but we tied.
Well, hey, listen, you got the playoffs coming in, and then you can redeem yourself and bring Coach Pantusco his first Western Mass championship, right?
That's right. We're gonna go.
Okay. Be better. Okay, your next player. On call, Steve McCall tried to hit the ball. Steve, welcome. Good game tonight.
I must say, nice ball, McCall, out 20 times in the game. I said, this sounds ridiculous.
Rather poetic justice, right?
Very, very poetic. But Steve was a goalie last year, a backup goalie. He decided, I guess he made a deal with Brad Miller. He said, Brad, if you play basketball, I'll play soccer. And within about 2 weeks of time, he became our starting sweeper, and he hasn't come out of the game since about the third game of the year. He's been our most consistent player throughout the year. And I guess you can't say much more than that.
No, and it was a great job tonight. And as I said to some of the other players, a lot of pushing going on, a lot of shoving, a lot of missed calls tonight, Steve.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I mean, they came out. I mean, from the beginning of the game, it seemed like they wanted it more. But like after we got into it, we started hitting them back a little bit, and refs didn't really see.
Well, hey, hopefully they'll be on your side in the Western Mass playoffs, right? And good luck, and hopefully you don't come out for at least 3 more games, right?
That's right.
Okay.
3 more.
Okay.
Jeff Glenn.
One of your senior captains?
Jeff is one of our captains. And
Jeff, welcome.
Jeff. One of our captains and probably one of the most quiet leaders that you'll ever want to see. There's people that are captains that are vocal and that are, incredibly psyched before games. Jeff just leads by example. Very quiet. Every time he steps on the field, he's serious. And today he took a shot to the head, which I had to keep him out the second half because I thought it was a little dangerous. He started every single game for us, and his leadership has been at every practice. And when they voted for captain at the beginning of the year, Jeff had the second most amount of votes, and he's been everything that I thought he would be as a captain. He's been great for us.
Great. And Jeff, describe what happened when we saw you get hit in the head. What happened on that play?
Well, I don't know who the other player was, but we were both going off for head ball. And the next thing I know, I was laying on the ground. I don't know exactly what happened.
Did you actually black out for a while?
I don't know. I was trying to explain to Zach Samwell who my main was. I don't know. I just couldn't even tell him. I think I was just shocked for a while.
Well, you came. You know, you had a great season, a great year, and as the coach said, a great leader. And I think it's nice for the freshmen to have leadership like you. And I'm sure it's fun for you to be able to interact with those freshmen and give them some leadership.
Yeah, we're getting along real well with the youngsters on our team. They're nice kids. I like my Rob Patterson. He's my boy.
Yeah, you know, my main man too. Well, listen, good luck, John, and good luck in college as well. Okay.
Next will be John Patrick.
John, welcome. Hey, John, you got some great head balls tonight. Every time that ball came down at this end, you did a nice job getting those headers. And tell us a little bit about John, Coach.
JP, this is JP. I'm JP. I played exactly like him in high school. I don't want to talk about how many yellow cards I had in high school, but
Is that why you're wearing the yellow jacket?
John is approaching my record very quickly. Yellow cards because of intensity. The most intense player on our team on the field. Today was one of his best games, and from the people watching tonight, they'll see that when he gets down to playing soccer, he is a force. He covered Mike Butler, the Central's leading scorer, or actually probably the best goal scorer in the league. He's covered him Tuesday and shut Mike right down. John's a transfer student from Milwaukee. He came out to the team and was voted captain. It took him about 2 days for everybody to realize and know who he is and what he can do for us, and he's been doing it ever since, better and better every day. So I'm very, very happy to have John with us this year.
John, that was a great season. And did you play soccer in Milwaukee?
Yeah, I played it in Milwaukee and Indianapolis before that, so I played it all over.
And I bet you never had a coach as good as Coach JP, right?
No, never.
Well, listen, keep up the good work in that defensive end. Keep those headers going, and let's lead these Lancers as a captain into the playoffs and hopefully a championship. Okay, John?
All right,
Thanks a lot for coming on. Okay.
You're welcome. This is Brad Miller, who's feeding his face over here, so hopefully he'll spit it out before he gets here.
And his mom's waiting to give him a ride home, so we better hurry up or she's going to kill him, right? Brad, welcome to the show. Good, thanks. Okay, tell us a little bit about John. Yeah, about John. He just left. Tell us a little bit more about John. Tell us some Brad.
Well, I think we're about the fourth or fifth person to get a chance to talk to Brad tonight. He's had 2 college coaches that have been calling me every night. I'm getting letters all the time in the mail. He is the most wanted person in Western Mass. Not by the
soccer.
Not by the FBI, the most wanted soccer player in Western Mass. As far as I'm concerned, he's the best player to come out of Western Mass in a long time. He's got great ball skills. He's great in the air. He's a tremendous team leader. He listens very well. I was a little nervous about that. I wasn't sure if he's well established before I came in, and he's been all ears, and he's been way more than I could ever ask of him. He's been our team this year.
Great. Well, that's quite accolades, Brad. And Brad, it seemed to me tonight watching the game that obviously East Longmeadow knew that you were the team leader and the guy they had to shut down, and it looks like they were giving you some rough treatment out there, especially this call over here where the coach got a yellow card. Do you find that's the case when you go into games, that you're sort of a marked man?
Yeah, usually guys are coming after me from the beginning, so I don't know. I get to deal with it though. So I mean, people are they're hitting other people too, so it's not a surprise or anything.
You know, you've been playing now for 4 years for Longmeadow, Brad, and as the coach said, you know, one of the leading soccer players in Western Mass. And you know, this year when you come in with a bunch of new freshmen, you come in with a new coach, and how's the attitude been this year, and how's it been different from some of the other years when you've been playing?
Well, I think this year, I don't know, in past years it's been kind of a joke, pretty much, soccer, and this year the team just come together, I think, and actually wanted to go on and do like better things like Western Mass and stuff like that, and I don't know, I think it's been really good.
Great. Well, Brad, we want to wish you the best of luck, not only in the upcoming playoffs, but also in college. And I'm sure being one of the highest recruited players in Western Mass, that you'll have a great college you'll be going to, and hopefully you'll have a coach in college that's as good as our man John Pantusco. So good luck and keep up the good work. Well, John, you know, the thing that impresses me is that these kids are, you know, as I mentioned during the game, not only are they good soccer players, a lot of skills, a lot a lot of athleticism, but they seem like they're a bunch of good kids.
They're tremendous. They go, we go over to people's houses. A group of us will go over to somebody's house to have dinner, and the kids are cleaning up. They're thank youing. They're doing everything. They're very polite. My wife and my wife Shelly, my twin sons come to practice. I got twin sons that are 2 years old. All of these guys over here babysit them, take care of them. The kids love coming to practice. They are a very warm, polite, but yet energetic and positive group of boys.
Great. And of course, you know, one of the things that does that is the coaching staff and the way that you instill those types of virtues and those types of things. And as I said before, as we started the interview, John, on behalf of the community, I want to thank you for the enthusiasm and the professionalism and the good person that you are and the types of things you've instilled in these kids. And I want to wish you and the Longmeadow Lancers the best of luck in the upcoming playoffs. And hopefully next time I interview you, it'll be at the championship level. So again, thanks very much, John, and we look forward to being with you for a lot of years to come here in Longmeadow.
I'll be around. The Longmeadow is a great place to be.
Well, we hope so, and we'll be there for you. Okay, this is Tom Foster, John Pantusco, the coach of our Longmeadow Lancers. We thank you for watching tonight's program. We thank Steve Miller and the crew for hanging around to get all these seniors in, but this is what our high school sports are all about. This is what Channel 8's all about, bringing you the best of Longmeadow Lancers sports and all of our community events. So this is Tom Foster along with Steve Miller, John Heaps, and Brian Edgerly, thanking you for watching tonight's program. We'll see you again on another Longmeadow Lancers sport. Good night, everyone.